Unfortunately, yes.
Give me a little beat.
You know what? I can't believe you all came back for number 11. Well, we had a great episode this week, didn't we? Kind of. There's some pretty good matches, I think. But we got a little housekeeping to do here. Tom's got a thing to do, so we're going to give him the floor after our standard intros here, and then he's going to do his thing, give us his calls, his takes, and then he's going to adios out of here. So this is the one time Tom gets to talk. But
Before you kick me out again.
up in your far corner there, you have Terry. Apparently, he's still a sheriff with no hat, so, well, he's the guy that designs all the Team Whyachi bots, and, well, it's pretty good for doing an only 2D CAD. Yeah, definitely. Down below, you have the cat milker himself, Eeyore.
Here and present.
You're here?
I met Chuck Norris once. He said nothing. He was too scared to talk.
Sounds about right. In the middle, we have Tiny and Regular.
Team hands.
Team hands.
And over in the corner, all by him lonesome, the guy who puts all of this together for us, it's Dick, the pump guy Stupich.
Get the little one.
So, yeah, go get the little one, exactly. So, Tom, here's your couple minutes of fame here, buddy. You go right ahead and tell us what you think about this episode.
I've had 10 weeks of fame hanging out with you guys.
We're going to have to cut that back.
Yeah, I'm 200 miles away up north right now on the streets of Leeds. And I've taken a dear friend of mine out drinking because they've been through a lot of shit recently. So,
Hell
this is
yes.
Jenny. That's my friend Jenny.
Hey, Johnny.
My
Say hello.
Jenny.
Hello.
Hey, speaking of that, though, I'm going to overject you. He has not watched Forrest Gump, folks. So shame him. Shame him. Because he didn't even get the joke when I told him he was Forrest.
Yeah.
Trust me,
how
that's-
un-American
That's just scratching the surface of things I haven't watched that I keep meaning to watch.
Like BattleBots.
Oh no, I'm definitely up to date with that. Jesus, what a hell of an episode that was. I mean, what a hell of a season it's been. I mean, I feel like every year we say this has been the best season or one of the best seasons, but genuinely, this has been one of the best. And if there was upsets last week, the upsets this week, I know you guys are going to cover it in a bit more detail later, but god damn, people's brackets are going to be all over the place after last week's episodes, and I think this is probably the most unpredictable final we've had so far. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay, I'm shouting over metal
Actually, we're having a little trouble here. Are you on location someplace? Where are you?
I'm out the back of a metal bar right now.
Live from the field.
No, I'm in the back of a heavy metal bar right now. I figured the best way to help a friend out is to take them drinking at a place with loud music. So,
Hey, how about this? From now on, we'll pay you to go places and then just be our
Not
sideline
much.
reporter.
Like
how about you pay me
$5.
to go to Las Vegas?
Hey.
That'd be good.
How about we already gave you an invitation to show up? You just got to get here.
So,
Sure, I'm gonna get myself over the Atlantic.
so if you can bring it together with all that alcohol and heavy metal, what did you think of this episode?
Oh Jesus, it's been one of the best. I mean, I was watching it with Cheyenne at the time, and every fight just got better and better. The Copperhead and Endgame fight, I never saw coming. Especially within the first minutes of the fight as well. Same with Minotaur and Malice, but the other way around. Like Malice was dominating them for the first minute or so, and Endgame was dominating Copperhead for the first minute. But then both their weapons died, and it all turned around from there. Much more surprising with Copperhead and Endgame. I couldn't believe that when I saw it at the time. And
What about
like I
that
said,
Witch Doctor Lockjaw? Would you?
Oh, I was gutted for Donald. I was hoping for a giant nut 20 years in the making for him, but it just wasn't to be this time.
Well,
But-
what did you think of Will's driving this episode?
Where there's a will, there's a way to fuck it up, and he kind of did just that. Yeah, he did a very sick. Yeah.
Typically, you don't want to just haul ass out to the middle and give him your ass to hit.
It was a nice power slide. It was a really cool power slide, but then he threw his ass into Riptide, and he got
It's a
as we'll
bold
see
strategy.
later, he got sent to space.
We all know his wife's still a better driver.
Yeah, we do.
I did notice he always has to ask her for help to get it back the right way around again.
You noticed that too, huh?
Yeah,
She's in the background going like this.
Yeah. She's in the background like, are you done yet? Can I
Yeah.
have
The
that
look on
transmitter?"
her face when he did that move right off the bat says it all. Says it all.
He should just hand the controls over to her when he turns it upside down, and then just
Definitely.
change controllers back again.
Hmm.
Yeah, she should have a trainer cord. She should have a trainer cord, the old style ones where you could take control. She just steals control from him and just starts driving.
Yeah. As I touched on briefly earlier, this has got to be one of the most unpredictable final episodes that we've had. Any one of them can take it, especially Hydra. Hydra's looking very dangerous. I just know you've had the giant nut next to you for the past 11 weeks, and you're waiting for that big reveal. This was all a troll. This was all a Jake Hewitt troll.
That would be an excellent troll. It would be. Yeah.
Luckily,
Keep
I've
everybody
had
for
two.
11 weeks and keeping secrets and doing this and not having as many spoilers as we thought it would have happened doing this thing live. So, yeah, that's been amazing, really.
In reality, somebody won the giant nut, and somebody is playing that game. Why not us, right?
It could be you. J-Mo's been on as well. It could be him.
A Malice could win it. We don't know.
Could have done.
Why are you laughing at that?
We're all
Well, she's-
covering up the real truth, which is that it's Rusty with a chair.
Comes in.
Behind.
Yeah.
Rusty defeats Bite Force in the finals.
They actually gave Rusty the nut last year for this year's final. He was so good, he didn't even have to fight.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's proving
Tom.
that
How
this
long?
year.
What time is it there, Tom? And how long are you going to stay yet?
It's 1:10 right now. I'll any little questions you might have or the chat may have or little tidbits. I should probably give a giant nut prediction for the winner while I'm here. It's a very tough one to call.
So we'll give you got 1 minute, chat. You give him all the questions you can right now. That's what he's got.
I can't actually
speed
see
round.
the YouTube chat.
Fire.
We'll read them out.
I don't
if they're
actually.
good.
Okay. Yeah, I've got to, I guess, pick a giant nut winner. And I guess I really think that Jake's been trolling us all this time. I'd both love it and envy it at the same time.
I don't think Reese could keep his mouth shut if that was a.
Well, there's a question. What time does that place close?
This place closes at 5 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we might get another drink and then perhaps head back soon. My favorite food, steak. I do a very nice steak.
What do you
like
think
it.
the fight of the night was?
Fight of the night. Oh God, there were so many. I mean, Ribbot and Black Dragon. That was a great back and forth. Endgame and Copperhead for the upset. Malice and Minotaur was really good because Malice was throwing them all around the arena for the first minute or so. If their weapon had kept going, they probably could have won that.
Well, it's not the biggest upset. I mean, Copperhead was what, 10th? Endgame came in as 7th.
There is a
Right.
ton of high seeds. Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of high seeds in there.
Yeah, and Ribbot is, as I thought Ribbot would. They're busting the bracket right now. I figured they'd be very dangerous.
Who do you think the final fight is going to be? So now we're asking you to pick two.
Oh,
If Hydra wins the nut, who do you think it's against?
yeah, who do I have to beat to get that?
I think. Oh, it would be real. It'd be really interesting if it was Huge. If you had to fight Huge again, it'd be very
Yes.
interesting. There'd be a lot of gossip around that.
Yes, it
Yeah.
would.
Yes. We would finally
No,
get to
you've-
pull out that Hydra vert, huh?
You've got a special toy for them this year.
It would be nice to pull out the modular bot design, yes.
Yeah, I would say either Huge or perhaps Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor's always dangerous. Riptide looks unstoppable right now.
Well, they are a perennial runner-up, so why not, right?
Tom, here's a question for you. Hydra's been in 4 seasons, right?
Yes, Terry.
What if we never would have brought it as a hydraulic flipper and we just would have put a vert in it? How would it do the last 4 seasons?
Assuming you're using the vert setup that you've got lined up.
Not
seen that.
crazy big vert, but a normal size vert.
And it's still the same Hydra frame.
Pretty much. It could be a lot shorter.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of verts like Endgame, they're very dense, very compact. And
It still have the
current
same
Hydra-
fork setup, though.
Yeah, it depends on the maneuverability. And if you could get Hydra with a vert more compact to a sort of Endgame sort of style.
Okay.
And with
so
Jake's driving, I think that would do very well.
here's
How
one.
about a
Should we
bike fork
retire
style?
Hydra?
You're asking me?
Yeah. Yep. Asking you straight up.
As we've seen, the arena is not friendly to flippers anymore. As much as I'd like it to be, it's with the sneeze guards and the rails. It's almost like they don't want flippers anymore, and it's really sad to see that. It's almost like you kind of have no choice but to build a verse anymore.
Well, I mean, verts are flippers. They're just continuous flippers, right? So,
Yeah.
I
They always do
suppose.
damage when you go up. There's no timing to their hits. It's just
I'll put it
easy.
this way: it would be a real shame to lose Hydra, but the thing that replaces it will undoubtedly be amazing.
Or a Starting Fire
I'll put
like
it down.
Fusion. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It could do two.
I have faith in it. Whatever Hydra's replacement will be, if it is replaced, will undoubtedly be incredible. So
we should,
Okay.
we
sad to
should
lose
ship it
Hydra.
over by you. If they allow accumulators, we should ship it to the UK and you can run it there.
Final thoughts, Tom. What do you got for us?
Yes,
And we'll let you get
Final
to
thoughts.
your Gen A.
final thoughts. It's, as I said, it's been an incredible season. I can't wait for the final. Golden Bolt looks like it's going to be really cool as well. And as I said, I'm really looking forward to covering the final with you guys. I'll be here for that. I'm not going to miss that one.
Okay, everybody, say goodbye to Tom. Tom's gonna take off. Thank you,
Have
Tom,
fun,
for
Tom.
stopping in.
All right, thank you,
Yeah,
Tom.
guys.
And good luck, Gen A.
Reporting
Good luck, Jenny.
live.
They say good luck to you.
Oh,
Say,
thank you.
sign off. Tom, sign off the proper way. Reporting live.
Reporting live from the back of a pub in Leeds. This has been Tom, signing off till next week. See you again soon.
Very good.
So someone rolled like.
So, I just had to do it. I had to kick him out right there. No more. See you later, Tom. He can still see us in the background, but he's gone. So
But,
I think he was being careful not to dox his location because he was worried somebody was going to come find him.
Right?
Notice
Yeah,
he
we're
never
coming for
told
you,
us what
Tom.
bar
We're
it
coming
was.
for you.
I'm somewhere in. Well, it might just not translate. Be like, I'm at this bar. Like, be like, okay.
So who do we got? We got a new guy down below. Tell us about yourself, there, Captain Battery. Since
It's
we have
Patrick.
new people in the chat, why are you in here?
Hang out with the Whyachi tribe.
Oh,
No, you know. How do you know these guys? There's a history here. Come on, Pat.
yes. Give us the 2-minute history.
Reese's lover.
How much?
I'm-
How much do you hate? How much do you love Terry? How much do
That
you
was
hate me?
one time.
It's an on again, off again relationship with Dick, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship. Where's the hat tonight, Terry?
It's around.
Okay. No, I'm Patrick. I'm the battery guy for BattleBots. So I do all your battery inspections and try and keep things from catching fire or getting too out of control. Weasel keeps me pretty damn busy, though.
Yep. Yes,
So
I
you
do.
pretty much do nothing then. Okay, I got you. That sounds about
I
right.
try. I try.
Well, what's the latest report from BattleBots? When is the new season?
I haven't heard
Uh-huh.
anything. So you guys seem to find out before I do. So
Yeah, it
Come
usually
on.
is that way, isn't it? I mean, we get to know like all of 2 months maybe beforehand, and you guys get like 1 month to figure out that you gotta show up for work.
yeah, literally. You know, it's I haven't heard a word. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
Well, in the immortal words of BattleBots, it'll be next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we will see.
Yeah.
I mean, Weasel's chomping at the bit to get going and get at that nut for next season.
He wants to get back at it. Yeah. See if we can get our second one. I mean,
You guys been doing more testing?
fourth.
Yeah.
Actually,
so far, so
Ludi's
good on the speed controls.
Ludi's been really good with the new stuff. Usually, he gets fed up with how lame something is.
And this
And these
this
kept-
time was no different. And then he realized that he fucking programmed it wrong. And then he came in, he's like, "Oh, okay, this thing's pretty nice."
Yeah.
When you guys get new controllers, is it always a super huge learning curve on these things? And are they?
Well,
I don't know.
we
Are
try
the
to keep it as
instructions that
dumb as
difficult?
possible. Like you plug it in and it just works. That would be key, right? Brushed motors, you used to be able to do that. Now with the brushless, it's all magic and smoke underneath there. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of programming, there's a lot of messing around, and if you don't got it right, it's not great.
No, we
Great.
saw that. Yeah, we
put
saw
a
that
stamp
at
of approval on it the other day. So that was surprising.
Yeah, I never realized how difficult the brushless setups were. I think it was the Remars event, and Whiplash had just switched, and they were having some issue with brushless motors. And again, their dad's pretty sharp with that stuff, but I was standing up there at the test box, and you know, they had to go get Will, and they had the laptop open, and they were doing all the settings, and it was pretty incredible. I was lost. It was incredible how much shit there is to screw up with that brushless system. And then how do you know that stuff? How do you learn? I mean, it's just not plug and play with brushless anymore.
Yeah. So we got a big thank you to Robot Space Girl. Thank you for mentioning Reese and his bouncing.
His moves.
Dance.
She got her money's worth.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Pat, of the last show, and the bots rolled out by you in cooldown, which ones look damaged the most?
Man, pretty much. I mean, Donald's was pretty bad. He really got tore up pretty bad, and I don't know. They all got tore up pretty bad. Who did? Refresh my mind real quick. I just went blank. Who did Riptide fight?
I got that right here.
Hypershock.
Hypershock.
Yeah, Hypershock was. I mean, we're not just talking like same with Donald. We're not just talking some panels or, a drive motor or wheels, man. It chassis got destroyed in that last episode was destructive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Whiplash was missing parts too, Jake. I looked at some of their outside damage. They had a huge crowbar. They were like prying on the bot to try to get the arm up.
Yeah, they couldn't get the arm up because the chassis was so bent, and they couldn't get the top plates off to get to the batteries. So again, that was another one that was just tore up. And I think that was their second chassis because early on they had gotten really destroyed one chassis, and then they had like their backup chassis they were putting together. And yeah, I think that was the biggest thing this year we saw was, man, chassis getting destroyed. And Peter did a really good little clip or his little episode there with Blip. And I mean, if the fans need to go watch that because they get into the frame damage and the damage of Blip, and the stuff's just getting destroyed. I mean, deep, and that just goes to how much stronger and how much more powerful
All
the bots are
getting more destructive by a long shot. And that
before it was like, we got to fix an arm or we got to fix this, and where this season it was like, dude, your chassis is done. It's unfixable. And I think we're just going to continue to see that as teams again figure out the brushless motors and get them more dialed in and more powerful. And
well, you start having 30,
should we
40
impose
pound
a vert weapon weight limit?
I mean, you got 30, 40 pound verts that are, tombstone sow energy type things going on here.
Yeah,
and
they're getting a long ways up into the energy.
It's still difficult to transfer the energy properly. I mean, look at the Riptide Hypershock, ceiling shot. A combined energy. Riptide's probably in a neighborhood of 50,000 foot-pounds. Will's got to be
49.
around 30. Combined, they're 80,000 foot-pounds of energy, but they're not getting a transfer on it all the way. It takes for Will to shoot up in the air 16 feet. It's 4,000 foot-pounds, right? 16 feet times 250 pounds. Same way if you start at the ceiling, you drop them down, right? 1 foot high, times your weight. So 4,000 foot-pounds of energy to put Will up to the ceiling, but there was 80,000 available with both verts. So that's the kind of energy transfer they're getting. If there's a way to transfer even a quarter of that energy, you'd really have some bots flying.
Which is why.
So the energy of the.
That's why a kinetic flipper would potentially be so great.
Well, just for comparison, I mean, Hydra's total energy on a flip is 4,500 foot-pounds. So it's getting a pretty efficient transfer of energy into the other bot, with the 20 inches of translation motion in contact with them. But it still takes 4,000 foot-pounds of energy to get them up to the ceiling.
Man.
But that Whiplash, not Whiplash, the Hypershock was trying to shoot itself up to the ceiling when Riptide was trying to shoot it up to the ceiling.
Yeah.
So that's really awesome.
It's not the worst idea to try and crack the right thing like that.
You're going to see more and more of that next season with strong verts running upside down, taking out egg beaters.
I mean, Will even said that himself in the interview, that he put his heaviest, bulkiest weapon on to try to snap.
And for people who don't know, that's why Fusion lost, because Minotaur was upside down and it thunderstruck the whole bot.
Yeah, it's It's gonna happen. You're gonna get your ass over tea kettle moonshot, you know. But in the
are you going to
process,
see teams?
good
Are you going
shot.
to see teams redesigning their work? Are you going to see teams redesigning their
starting
weapon
upside
and moving
down.
it higher?
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Moving it higher? I don't know.
To try and get those bigger hits?
You would probably want it as low as possible so that you're not getting flung up into the air. And some magnets would help. Like if you were going to build a vert stopper, like a real vert killer, you would build some sort of drum with 600 pounds of magnetic downforce on the front. And you just go weapon to weapon every time.
But
nothing can handle
the magnets really help that much?
Well, I mean, just to keep you from flying up in the air, you got
Some
an extra
people.
600 pounds to go against.
Well,
to keep the gyros at bay, yeah, but to keep you actually on the ground, not really. Once you break that,
if you're trying to break their weapon, it's going to take 100,000 pound actual force in the correct spot on their weapon, right? So when those come together, you've got that instant where your weapons contact. It's super hard to determine what kind of peak force you're going to see on any particular hit like that, because everything is deforming and moving at that same time. Of course, the more you can stay in contact with them, the more energy you're going to put into them. But it could be a super short microsecond hit.
Strategy. Feed the wedge into him and don't flip on the weapon. Because against glitch, I fired into the weapon and broke the tip off. So I would want to just keep my wedge into him and actually, which would be really hard for me to do, is not flip, actually. And I would want to just ram them like into the wall to make sure the weapon's not on me before I can do any flipping on them. Because flipping into a drum of any kind is not great for the flipper tongue. It just doesn't like it so much.
The
They're
thing
moving a
about
lot
Riptide,
faster.
even if they get a small hit on you, if they get you any bit off center, off kilter, they are on you like a fly on shit, and you do not get a chance to come back.
Yeah, they have overkill on their weapon, so it spins up super fast, and it just doesn't stop.
And they have a lot of experience driving that style robot, because that's kind of a copy of the robot that they've driven for a while in the smaller weight classes. So they're just all over you. So yeah, we'll get to that fight. Let's go through these in order. This is obviously the Ribot versus, and I would have way preferred.
This is the Ribot
Black
actually
Dragon.
stepping up their game and doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah,
I think they figured some stuff out.
Is Ribot a horizontal? Has it fought as a horizontal at all this year?
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought so.
I know they kept saying that they had burnt something out on the horizontal, maybe in testing, and that they maybe never used it.
Oh,
or
sure.
it's just you should use the vert because that's the winning strategy for like everything.
Well, the bulk of them, yeah, your matchups.
Yes. If Riptide wins anything, Reddit goes wild. So it wouldn't even have to win the nut to do that.
See, here's the thing with Riptide.
But thank you,
Even if Riptide loses now, it's going to be really hard to go, ha, they lost, when all of your, a lot of your favorite bots are already out. It's like, ha, Riptide lost. Well, after it kicked the shit out of, Hypershock.
Everybody. There wasn't like even a close match so far. So there's that. Oh,
this is a pretty great fight, I think.
I thought I would love to
this
see the look on Brady's face when the Spitfire gets dropped by Donald.
Right about
Right.
here. Oh, it takes the drone out of the sky.
This is classic Witch Doctor. Just all over him.
Yeah. I mean, Witch Doctor was doing really well against.
Good shot here.
What I hate about
everyone.
this, Riptide got so much shit for hitting a bot that was moving, yet Witch Doctor on a clearly dead bot it's crickets. on a
Yeah, but-
obviously
but
late hit.
But how long was he? How long was he sitting there dead?
2 seconds.
2 seconds?
3.
Not
Oh,
long.
it's
Pretty
You're
plenty
quick.
gonna
long
take that.
enough.
You're gonna take that
Oh,
hit.
wait. Are you? Let's see.
Like, watch.
think
He's,
it's- they knock him
sitting
into
in
the
there
corner.
just for a few seconds.
one,
Oh,
two,
right
Yeah,
there.
he's
There might be
dead.
pin.
Okay,
Four.
it's longer than
He
that.
could. He
Yeah.
could have been stuck.
Yeah, they could have been pinned. I don't hate it.
I would have took the shot.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
but
take that.
I'm just saying, yeah, we would have taken the hit anyway. I'm just saying that all
Yeah.
the Riptide haters go above and
Are you saying
beyond
there's
for
a-
anything that's even remotely close to that. Yet,
Are
Free
you
pass
feeding
there.
the
Free pass.
conspiracy that Witch Tide or Witch Tide?
Which
Which
side?
side?
Which
There's
side?
a-
that's
there's a
your new bot name, Reasel.
There's a bot name.
Rip Doctor came in. And
Yo, I saw chat where someone said high tide for
I mean-
a cross between Hydra and Riptide. I thought that was good. That comment didn't make it on screen, but I saw it. High tide.
That's
I mean, yeah.
that's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
if he's
Is there a
not
double
moving,
standard?
I mean, it could have gave him a few more seconds to see if he could move. As long as you're positioned right, that if he starts moving, you're going to drill him right away. You know,
Right.
Right.
You have the availability. Like, get within 6 inches of him. So if he backs up, he's backing up into the weapon.
pretty much.
Th-
Yep.
This has to be the best Malice's run, right? I mean, these
It
shots
was
are
running
massive.
good. It was running really good the last fight too.
Yeah, they're starting to drive a lot better. You could tell the teams that were starting to figure their stuff out and getting their driving in sync with the bot. Because, man, this episode, the driving was some of the best driving I've seen.
That was an interesting I'm upside down mistake by Daniel right there. Do you see it, Reese?
Yeah,
This is something that
He
that
had
you
a
guys have to
very hard
practice.
time getting back over.
Yeah, but watch this. He goes the wrong way right there.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
was not
Right
intentional.
in the wall.
That's because he's inverted. Everyone, when you're upside down, your left is still your left, your right is still your right, but forward is backward and backward is forward. So when they get upside down like that, sometimes you'll see a bot go the wrong way just for a little bit until they figure it out.
I think Will really has a hard time with driving inverted out of all.
Yeah.
I mean, he really struggles with that.
But-
Is Malice upside down right here?
Yeah, wait, I think so.
I
'Cause
can't
it's
remember.
red on the
I
top,
think it's-
isn't it?
No, I think it's counterclockwise. I think
it's a
that's
color.
the right way.
It's a color on the. Yeah, it's black.
I always look at the bottom plate. The top plate's one color, and usually their bottom's
Yeah.
a different color.
They were.
This
I
is
thought they
great.
always spun counterclockwise.
That was great when he
Oh,
pinned him
okay.
up there like that.
I mean, we do have availability to flip the, chat back, but
So
we won't do that.
Is the weapon dead? I didn't watch this one either.
Malice's, I think.
Oh,
is dead
Malice
now.
is dead. Yeah.
I mean, I had a little talk with David before this match, and they have a good matchup here with their particular horizontal against Minotaur's drum. Usually they angle the thing down a little bit further, right? So it's kind of a reverse angle, and I kind of talked to him about that to make sure they weren't have it plumb or back a little bit. That way, the teeth on Minotaur's drum don't dig into it so well. And it was just working it for the initial part of the match.
I was curious how nervous David was for this fight, since they hadn't really had much experience in the tournament. How nervous he was.
There's a lot of bots, right? In matchup rounds, you'll get these, but eventually, the tournament gets whittled down to the guys who are kind of always there, right? I mean, there's not a lot of change for the most part for the top matches. So eventually, when you get up to the top 8 and farther, that you're going to end up getting rematches a lot more now. And that happens with bots that have been here 4 years or so.
Right. Look at how long it's taken Weasel to get Fusion up. He's going to be into his, 4th rookie season before he
Fourth
gets
rookie
up to
year.
Okay, somebody was asking about an invert switch or a sensor on the bot. If you're going to do any of that stuff, my advice is always do it in the radio, because if you put more electronics in the robot, it's just another thing
More
for it
failure.
to break. So anybody like Donald Hudson probably has an invert switch on his transmitter. A lot of these whiz kids will probably have them in their new fangled radios.
So at least in this match here, I'm taking very good note, okay? Because I run the same wedges for the most part. So I know my wedges probably don't work so good against drums.
Hey, Jake, I think watch this fight with a critical eye to the driving. I think that the wedges, I think they went too sharp. I think they sacrificed drivability, and I think it cost them the fight. Just watch for
Hey, those
like
those wedges on
Were
Endgame
they-
were freaking sharp.
right there. He just couldn't go forward. Did you see
Right.
that was
he's
that
got
was
the
the first
he's got the
time.
Hydra issue.
Now he can't turn. I'll
But-
point it out
Well,
again.
you have
He
you
was-
have
Right
to
there,
be
look.
sharp.
Yeah.
Right there. He
He hit
couldn't get
again.
to him.
But he's doing it so that he can beat Copperhead's downforce
Right.
forks.
Watch this.
They-
Boom. That shot was unnecessary because of the. You know what I mean? You can go too far.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need to be that sharp in the center, for instance? Because you're going to go under the drum anyway.
Yeah, not if you're off center though. Then his
Yeah, I
wedge goes up the
suppose.
center.
But like right there, they were pushing him. Then he turns.
Well, I'm just saying we might have to rethink Hydra wedges for going up against drums.
Yeah.
If we
Look right there, couldn't
need to
get
go
to
against
him.
drums.
I mean, right there, it's just bad. I think this.
I was
think
wondering-
this is a over wedge.
I was
I think
wondering
here's
if
another case
Endgame
of
had
a
run.
vert.
Go ahead.
The drum running upside down took out their weapon. It's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna make an upside down vert.
I was wondering if Endgame had run those winglets previously, if that made any difference, or did they really sharpen them and put them extra low for this fight, and then it caught them off guard that they were catching on the floor so much.
What's surprising is how well Copperhead's drum, took off each one of the wedgelets.
yeah, like easily, like
Yeah.
Well,
if they got
At-
hit, they came off, kind of thing.
yeah. At this point, they're all dinged up.
And let me point this out. We've seen this before. Once the metal things break off, they don't get as good a bite on the aluminum.
Oh yeah, the flat face against that. That's
Yeah.
that's kind of like a Minotaur versus Blacksmith that one year, where it was just a flat face and they just couldn't get any purchase whatsoever against it.
Right. I mean, when somebody hits the Minotaur's front end or sides, it's pretty soft aluminum, right? So instead of really catching them good and sending them flying, it's going to chunk out the aluminum, take out energy there, and then they don't see so much kick up in the air.
So would Endgame be 70-75, Terry, or softer? On that
Probably
chassis?
70-75.
Okay.
Hard to say.
I believe it's machined too. The entire frame.
Yeah.
One billet. Yeah,
Oh, this
it's
one?
it sucks. And Endgame and these other guys who are putting these wedges on across the face, they're finding out the hard way that I don't suck at driving necessarily. I just can't make it across the box.
Well, they're finding out why you drive so slow
That is-
sometimes.
wow.
People criticize the slow driving, but when
Or-
you hit a seam at high speed, you go flying.
Yeah.
Like you'll turn and give a side.
Or
you gotta
you'll
go slow.
see me actually like wave back and forth as I'm moving, kind of strafing back and forth as I'm going forward. There's a little fine.
God, this is another
tricks.
really great fight. This is
There's
this
some-
could have gone
There's
either
some
way.
really
This-
minute details on our wedgelets that allow us to actually be able to drive as sharp as what they are. Can't give that away though.
I was sure happy to see Monsoon really do good.
Yeah,
They-
they were booking,
I'll
and
tell
that
you
thing
what.
is so like tiny too.
JMO
Compared
had
to
a
their old
very close call here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jameson could have lost this match a couple times.
I mean, it must be nice to go against bots like this that you don't have to go sharp on their forks because they have just super long forks and just drive around all day long.
I'm pretty sure they're sharp.
Saw blazes? No, he wouldn't go sharp against two little forks like that.
Did Monsoon, they used to have where the right and the left pivoted. Did they take that out this year?
Oh no, that you can see it there.
still
It's
going like
still
that.
still
Oh,
separate
okay.
pivoted.
Yeah, they're still doing it. Oh, right up though. That's a mistake. I guess they're trying to beat the ground, but yeah, and,
This
and
was a
normally,
good fight.
yeah, normally when a bot does really good and when it used to do shit, I used to always think, well, their opponents were bad, but Monsoon didn't have that. They just fought good fights against good bots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Conspiracy.
there's a couple bots that are like that are just they're right at the verge of getting all those wins where they put on
Oh,
really
right
good
there.
fights, but they just don't make it. and Monsoon was
Yeah.
one of them because they were always kind of pretty good. I mean, the matchup against Sal that wasn't really good.
Well,
for them, but
look at how many fights you can win just by making it to 3 minutes, right? The
Exactly.
durability of your bots.
I don't think the hammers do much
It
damage
was the
to
hammer.
anyone.
It was
You think
the
it-
hammer took it all.
oh yeah, I think so. You can
Okay.
go back and rewind that because definitely think the hammer shot took it.
Where was
And
it?
those are not weak hammers anymore.
Oh,
They have a
okay.
lot of weight.
I don't know
Yeah.
where I'm going.
That's what I was saying.
Right about there.
They
Stay
they
there.
they
I-
kind of lucked.
Aren't the
J-Mo
hammers
kinda
something like
lucked
over
out
100
there.
pounds?
I don't know. They're not solid, but they're really heavy.
No, I had to move.
Maybe
I
there
helped
was
Mike
damage
move
to
them,
it,
and they were pretty heavy.
but it stopped when the hammer hit it.
I mean, weapons don't like the dead stop. That's for sure. Could have happened against if they hit a wall too. Same kind of thing. Oh. And bang, it's done. So it either hit the wall or the hammer stopped it.
It was spinning down already. I don't know. I find it hard to believe that the pussy little hammers did any real damage. But could be.
Well, weapons don't like the dead stop. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
There was one of the fights that they put a couple big openings in the hammers. One of the weapons.
Floor. Where's the floor? Driving practice? Yeah, they do a little bit. Left and right with that. Now, talking about the floor. Yeah, the floor is not particularly great, especially the seams, right? These 4x4 panels that are sitting out there, they're not level with each other. So you'll see Hydra run across and he'll hit a seam. And then you'll see Hydra run across and he'll hit a seam. You'll see it pop and literally just dead stop. Which is why I'm generally pretty cautious with driving around.
What I
They're
want to know is
half-inch steel
why were you
panel.
missing so much during this fight?
Well, missing because I'm trying to snag the forks on the front.
They were catching they were going fork to wedge. So he was missing. Although he was swinging right by the frickin' spinner again.
Now right there is where the arm busted. It got
Oh.
flung backwards, and that was the major thing of where it got.
Yeah. I don't know, because after the fight, they were
He
trying
shakes-
to pry it up.
He shakes something off of it later in the
Nah.
fight. Like something like snaps off.
Yeah, it was a cover or something, but afterwards, they like in the pits, or not the pits, but the cooldown, they said, "Oh yeah, it was nothing." But then they
Something
turn
just blew
out,
off.
and like all the set screws that were on their stuff inside were completely sheared off, and it was just free floating in there,
How many years and they're still using set screws?
or whatever it was. I think it was set screws.
Okay. It better not be set screws. The thing with the
Easy,
floor,
Dick. Easy, Dick.
everybody fights with the same floor, so you can't complain that much. It's not like they do the floor just to make Hydra's life terrible. Everybody's
fucking-
life is terrible.
What are they going to get a Zamboni for the arena?
What's
it's not a
what's
bad
wrong with
idea.
what's wrong with having a concrete floor?
And they'll chip all the hell.
Oh, how about the puff of smoke? Yeah, we can talk about the puff of
We'll
smoke.
get there.
Yeah.
Did somebody ask about it?
Yeah, somebody asked about it. I seen it in the chat there.
I knew it was going to come up.
Yeah.
I got you
there
covered,
it is.
chat. Oh, I don't think it's here, but I also like had my arms out as like a joke hug. Like I was behind Jake with
Dick's always mean. He always likes that. We're pretty sure that it was looking at autopsy photos of the bot after the fact that we had it gutted Hydra after this match. So I'm guessing a speed controller locked up at some point, and that was the little puffy of smoke there. Which
also
means-
on this fight. Also on this fight, you can see Hydra using those back wheels. Like we've talked about it before, they don't really touch the ground unless you get lifted up. But when Whiplash lifts up Hydra, it usually is able to twist out of there.
Why the little baby flips?
Yeah, why the little baby flips?
that I couldn't tell you. That's probably why we had it gutted, because it was more baby flips.
So
We
you
probably
got?
looked
Did
at
you
the
guys have to
hydraulic
remove the
package
whole manifold after this fight and everything?
Yep. Had to check out everything over, make sure the big valve was firing.
Here's the puff.
Why didn't you flip them again?
So right there, you can see it like hop, and I think that's the front left wheel locking up, and then the speed controller frying. Like right there, that's a hop from the wheel actually stopping while the other wheels are trying to go forward. Now the front left wheel is now locked up, so it really is dragging it around.
I thought it was just spinning a tire.
you just won the fight, and it is Vegas. I mean, it's Nevada. It's legal there, so it's just having a little break.
Little puff.
Welcome if you
A little
got it.
puff. Having a little puff.
Hey, at least it's not fire.
So is that wheel smoke or ESC smoke, do you think?
I kind of feel it's ESC smoke because
It's rare that
I'm
our
pretty
wheels
sure we changed
smoke.
something out there.
So here is a bot that I said going into this fight, these guys after this fight are going to be wondering why I didn't put a bike rack on.
Yeah, everyone does.
I have seen some people say that Mad Catter put up a really good fight. And I think I said if getting your ass kicked for 3 minutes is a good fight, then
Well,
I guess
the
Well,
first-
I
the
was
first-
surprised their arm held up that well.
The first
though.
20
I
or
was
30
really
seconds
surprised.
here, Huge actually didn't hit too many times. They were getting good purchase on the wheels, but then they let him hit him once, and then the spinner's
Yeah,
dead now.
they
and
took a chunk right out
They
of it.
took a chunk, but it would have taken a lot more hits to chunk out the rest of the wheels, really, honestly.
I don't know.
They were
I
like
agree with
1/100th
Reese.
of the way from winning this fight. That's how
Well-
far away they were from winning.
Well, what's the reason they didn't have the Tegris wheels on? Were they saving them?
Yeah, I
Probably.
think they
I think they were
were
running
probably
out.
saving them.
Yeah.
They're really expensive, I believe, too.
Yeah.
Oh, where is that stipend?
I really wanted them to stick that freaking harpoon right through the wheel.
So,
And
so
just,
our
like,
speed controllers are actually Charles Guan's creation. I don't even know the real name. We call them Rage Bricks now. I think they're just Rages. Possibly.
Rage Bridges, I think he called them.
Rage Bridges, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, but our first season that we used them, they kept burning up, so we
Yeah.
called them Rage Bricks because they ended up being just bricks. But we've got them water cooled now to take out a lot of the heat that's been building up, and sometimes makes them brown out where they just stop. And if we overpower them, they will just pop. So we are technically baby.
They're also
Our
they're
bots, we
also-
bring the weapon to them, and we're not going to overpower you with the drive kind of thing.
Charles also said they're made for 30-pounders, right?
They are.
Not 250 pounders.
So we're definitely pushing the limit with them.
Yeah, but they've been pretty good the last few years.
They just work. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Right. Makes-
you put them on a
makes it work.
brushless motor, and they just work. Exactly.
Yep.
Now-
Without encoder feedback.
Yeah, we can deal with the mechanical side of just water cooling and getting over this hump here. But with the new speed controllers we got for the spinners, they look like they may be able to work for drive too here coming up. So if we do make a new bot, we might be trying a new drive system so we can get away from having to water cool.
I don't know. We still
So
got
what-
like 30 of them sitting around. We might as well use them.
Right?
What do we think about Huge turning the weapon on and off?
Well,
Is that just a good strategy, or
on Huge's
we-
part, yeah, he doesn't need to kill Mad Catter to win the fight. He's
I
just
feel
going to
like-
risk wrecking himself with the hits now.
I feel like there was a rule
Jesus,
put in about
save the spot.
intentionally using your weapon, but whatever.
It's been done forever. We've done it with Sal. I mean, save the weapon. You know, you don't have to damage the other guy as much.
Right. You just got to survive the rest of the match, and that's Huge's mentality after they have a clear victory. Oh, that one. Yeah. They
Just a
definitely
wrecking.
combined Power Ranger forces there, and they Hypershock went flying, no doubt about
What's
that.
What's amazing is both their weapons still
Still
worked
work after that. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
the
That's
bearings
probably the most impressive part.
apparently could handle it for the most part.
boom? Love that. Just gone. They're stuck there under the wall. That's a danger. They got out.
They probably should have stayed.
Right. There was on that hit. There was only 1/20th of the energy available used on that impact. So it could have been worse.
Weapons still going.
Wait, what?
Hit him! Hit him!
Yeah, at least try to take the rest of the tires off, right?
Surprised he didn't.
Well, if he would have took that tire off and split that chain, he might have kept on moving there. He can run with two wheels, right?
Mm-hmm. It was not a great driving mistake to give up the tire right away. No, not great at all. It probably didn't necessarily influence, but it would have been nice to
No,
see at least one weapon to weapon going the same direction.
100%. That totally changed the fight. 100%.
Yeah, you had no chance of Hypershock hitting a clean hit on the corners then, which is what he was going to be trying to do. So
I want to know what Will was trying to do. Was he trying to meander around him and get to his side?
Drift
him.
around him.
Speed
Just a
drift.
mistake, probably. So I found this in our thing. Trevor follows everybody around with video cameras, and since Jake got screwed on his interview, I've got a post-fight reaction here.
To go into different tournaments yet, so a loss here wasn't worse. You can go in the Sin City Slugfest and do other things. So winning that fight, now you have to go on and kind of got to keep winning now because there's no back.
Having been there before, what did you learn in years previous that you won't make that mistake?
Just keep getting better. So you need to have your A game going in every match and make sure spots tested. And I think coming out of that, I wasn't actually 100%. It seemed like one drive wheel was already locked up, like came out of the square. So we're gonna have to go back to the pits and find out what happened to there and make sure that we're 100% for our next match.
Who are you facing next?
Black Dragon or Ribot.
You have a preference?
I like the Black Dragon guys. I'd like to go against them again. That'd be fun.
Send that Black Dragon in the air?
Yeah.
Dragons can fly?
Dragons can fly. They definitely can.
Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, dude.
So that's the best we're gonna get from a post-fight Hydra.
Yeah, and I don't know why. I don't think I've ever really got cut before, especially on a winning interview. So that was.
Do we know who edited this show?
I have no idea.
So Rachel, what's your theory? Come on, you had a theory about this.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Hey, come on, Rachel.
It just seems like someone who edits the BattleBots shows or has input into it has like beef with the Whiplash guys. Like the walkouts were cut. Their walkouts have been cut previously. Their winning interviews have been cut. This interview was cut. They had an interview for a winning interview cut last year. Like, it's just weird. Like the denominator.
Maybe they're too nice.
I don't know. Like, but like if I don't know. I don't know what it could be.
So if you were a sponsor, say Udder Gun, you wouldn't want Hydra to go up against Team Whiplash because you're not going to get a lot of airtime.
Oh,
No.
that's a good point.
And I don't know how closely some of these sponsors are actually looking at that too, but if they do,
I know Udder
there
Gun
is definitely some, I don't know,
If I was sponsoring,
editing
I'd be
cuts
pretty
to
pissed.
certain teams that are on more than others.
It is weird. It is weird. And I know that there was a lot of chatter from builders to be like, hey, don't cut fights because it's sponsor stuff. So I guess I would hope that the people making those pushes would push just as hard for the post-fight interviews and the walkouts to not be cut, which is where they put the splash up with your sponsors' logos and stuff. So like, I don't know. It seems like that's just as detrimental as cutting whole fights.
Well, I think the end game Copperhead fight was 13 minutes long, that segment. Riptide might have been 12. Sawblaze 8. Witch Doctor 9. We were 6 minutes.
Oh, so they don't actually cut that much out of it because they added the extra half hour onto these shows for that. So they're just not showing it. Now, I don't know why I got cut. They can still cut Whiplash, and I got cut. Why are we getting paired together here?
Well, don't
Guilty by association.
Yeah.
Well,
it just
at least I can say now that they would rather air my losing interview than your winner interview.
Yep. They like you a lot better, for sure.
But I mean,
Speaking
if
of
you're a
sponsorship,
sponsor and you're spending a tremendous amount of money to sponsor a team, that's what we want. We want to see that walk in. We want to see that post-fight interview because that's where our companies get it. exposure. That's where they get their name set. And when you take that away, man, that's not a good thing.
Yeah,
And
and if
we
you
would
if
be
you split it up
perfect
into that,
for,
we got
like-
6 minutes this episode of actual like airtime ish. You look at other teams; they get twice as much. Should they be getting twice as much money for that? I mean, technically, the person who's on the most, you'd get the best buy for certain things.
Well,
But what does it take to become a Whyachi sponsor, though? That's a
well,
good question.
ideally, what it would take is BattleBots opening up, in conjunction with Discovery, is opening up
Right on.
wide open sponsorship, so you can have any nationwide consumer brand sponsor anybody.
Okay,
That's where it needs to get to.
But that's not gonna happen. We know that they
Because
always seem to blame it
this-
on Discovery, or the network doesn't want these
But
big
this-
sponsors on,
this
even
type
though
of
NASCAR has all
exposure-
these big sponsors on.
This type of
Is she-
exposure is
is
for
she
those
talking
brands that
financially?
have the money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she wants a number. What's the
Yeah.
number?
Yeah. What is your minimum, Reese?
I
we
would
have
be
we have a
good-
kind of a double decker here. We have 2 bots, so you get twice as
I
much
would
for
be
kind
good
of
with
what you're getting for other people.
60.
Well,
Dollars?
how much did TKO pay to get the artwork on the bots? It was their artwork. That's why Hydra and Fusion look the way they do.
Well, let's
because
let it.
this comic book company came out and they actually designed the graphics for both Hydra, and then we got their logo all over their stuff, and then Facebook
Let's say-
posts, what have you.
Let's say what it should be for every bot that's there
What
per
it should be?
season. It should be 100,000 minimum.
Probably 100,000. Yep. And we
For
would
a major sponsor?
like total. That's
Total.
what the teams really need to be
Okay.
super competitive. Not necessarily make money, but to cover you. That's, I mean, even the cheapest teams really should be up in that range.
But the sponsors that they allow us,
Are usually
know,
mom
they
and pop
don't-
stuff.
they don't benefit by having this national and international exposure. You know,
Hmm. Exactly.
You know,
But
if
yeah,
if Jack Link's Jerky would sponsor us, though, I would do like commercials for him for like free. So
You look like that.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
grow your
We'd
hair
love to do
out.
some commercials.
You don't have to wear a suit.
there's
Mhm.
that.
You're Sasquatch, man.
Jake should get Mountain Dew so he can swap out product.
Where's that Slim Jim?
But
Ooh.
realistically,
Yeah,
you're looking at like $5 grand minimum,
Well.
probably, to get on camera with something, right? Now teams need help behind the scenes, though. You know, website work. Our website's not the greatest. Website work is one thing. We're actually looking at making some new team shirts. We're getting away from maybe the racing car shirt now and getting something new. Somebody maybe
That's
could
not a
design
racing
that.
car shirt.
Yeah, I know. We have our standard racing shirt that we always use
You can do it like
all the
Packers.
time. Everybody knows who we are.
I am
So
pretty sunburnt from a long.
it's a tough one to
long
try
time
to
ago.
change from that, but
Look at the guns, Reese.
The thing is, you can watch old video clips of BattleBots or from the pits or any video, and you can pick out a team member pretty quickly with those shirts.
mhm.
I'd get Red Bull tattooed on my neck for 200 grand. So
you would get it for less. Don't lie. Don't
I
lie.
would, but 200 sounds
Reese would do
nice.
it for 10K.
I need a new car.
But yeah, to get a sticker on the bots and get a free Facebook post, you're probably looking at $5 grand or some version of that value.
Well, there's a limit too, wasn't? Were they saying there was a limit for each team?
Oh yeah. If we
yeah,
get
yeah.
over 100 grand, BattleBots wants to decide that they get part of our money too. Even though it's an
Half, not
individual
part.
thing where we're getting the sponsorship,
I
they
meant
would get
number.
something over 100 grand.
You can only have a certain number of sponsors.
They said like
now.
you can only have like 6 sponsors or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yep, because it clutters the screen.
Yeah.
And
Well,
only, I
that's-
think only 3 of them get put up on the screen in the graphic.
There's a
5.
bunch of them.
5 usually do, but they do
Well,
have
there's-
more for certain things when they make them smaller.
There's push pull to that. It's like you can only have small brand sponsors, national brands are no go, but also you can only have 5 of them. Like maybe people could get away with having only 5 of bigger brands, but it's kind of limiting to be like, hey, only small thing, also only 5.
Well, five per episode. You can change them out per episode. if you really,
Well,
really wanted to.
The way the
Conspiracy
damage
Reese here.
the way the damage is going in every season like this, and how many spares and bots you got to bring in the team effort before and during the event. I mean, it's time for these builders to make some damn money off this thing instead of just keep going in a hole. And they're lucky to break even somehow. A few of them.
How much sponsor money is put into robots? All of their money, some of your friends' money, and a lot of our money. All of it, yes.
It's not like we're getting new boats with the sponsorship money.
So why would
we're still in the hole?
What's the biggest reason why they would restrict sponsorships? Because they don't want you getting airtime on the bots, where you could be buying a commercial from Discovery instead. Would be the major guess, right? They don't want you to get cheaper on TV advertising. That's what my guess is.
Well, then fucking sponsorship should be flying through the door for us, if that was the case.
Well, you didn't see my emails. We actually did finally have 2 companies email saying that they were looking at sponsorship opportunities.
Yeah, are you reaching out, Reese?
Yeah, we don't show you everything.
I reached out to Monster. They said we only sponsor real sports. So Monster, I'm fucking done with you. I'm gonna say that now.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm a little sus at how Johnson & Johnson.
No. I think that
it was a different manufacturer, but that's neither here nor there. But yes, we have a lot of Bajas. Baja would be great. Especially since Taco Bell used to be a BattleBot sponsor of some
maybe
kind.
Johnson & Johnson needed a tax write-off that year.
Mm-hmm.
Terry needs to find a sponsor for the napping station.
Okay.
Sponsored by Serta.
Purple.
Yeah.
Anyway, Conspiracy Reese here. Maybe some of the higher ups in BattleBots don't want the competitors getting flooded with money, because then it takes away from the spirit of building a robot and competing with that robot.
Well, wouldn't it be better for the show if the bot builders got paid and could continue to put on the show and not have to complain about money? They could build the bots, make them good, and wouldn't it be better for everybody, right?
And there would be even more destruction. Nobody would be too cautious then.
Monster ideal. I mean, we drink a lot of Monster. It's always on screen for us anyway. So it's not a bad fix.
I'm fucking done with Monster. We're done with Monster.
No, we're
done
not.
with them.
No,
this is
you're not.
a harsh breakup. I'm saying it now, Monster. Unless it's a
No
$1
way.
million?
Okay.
I don't want that bullshit
we're
on
still
my
in
bot.
sponsorship. So
Okay,
how
maybe I'll
much
take it.
sponsor money and store money, what does it cover, right? All the teams are sinking slowly. No. There is a huge hole in our ships, and everybody's drowning constantly. I don't. There's nobody besides for maybe one team that is making money on top of paying for the bot, right? Your time there isn't paid for. Absolutely not. You're taking vacation. You're losing out on making real money going to do bots, putting on the show.
The vacation.
Hypershock has a lot of sponsors, and like three seasons ago or whatever, he was crying about making all his friends broke too. Right? It's just so expensive.
Yeah.
Well, imagine if there wasn't any BattleBots, and all of a sudden Trey and Greg decided to make BattleBots this season, and they wanted to pay builders to make props and bring them to their show. How much would it cost them?
I mean, imagine BattleBots is a what's the thing where they crash the cars into each other? A derby.
Derby.
Yeah, where we're bringing brand new F-150s, and we put them in the arena. We crash them up. We got to take them back and put another brand new F-150 in for the next match, right?
It's
unfeasible, right? Just can't do it. But that's kind of the comparison of what we're doing here. We're making these super customized machines. They're all going to be expensive. And we're supposed to put them in there, get them destroyed, and then fix them for free and put them back in the show again.
It would be nice if, like, the end goal here, right? You would be
What are you eating?
You're similar. You're along the lines with NASCAR as far as how that operates. Your driver is paid. Maybe he doesn't have a mansion, but maybe his mortgage is covered. The whole
extra
team.
storage container.
Yeah, another shipping
Yes.
container.
This is right.
Your whole team can manage to put the time into the bot, and they feel like they're getting their money's worth for their time. It's not a drag on you, because there's a certain part of BattleBots that is just like, holy fuck, is this sustainable?
Right, but we're seeing a little bit of this with Destructathon, where they're trying to they're getting teams to come in essentially for free, mostly I think. I don't know the whole ins and outs, but they're trying to sustain a different kind of model, and I think they're finding out that it's very costly.
Yeah,
and that burden has been covered by the people who want to be on TV and the lifelong addicts that just can't get away from it.
Yeah,
like these guys.
Addicts and people who want to be on TV. That is how BattleBot stays afloat right now.
Okay, from the outside, I'm gonna tell this story. You guys, I'm sure, won't mind. Every year, they're like, "We're not going back. There's no way. We lose money. We get our asset. It just costs too much for the benefits we get, right?" And then it's like, "Okay, we're not gonna go. We're not gonna go. We're not gonna go. Are we really not gonna go? It's kind of the thing we do, but we got all these cool bot ideas, and we're not gonna go. Fine, we're gonna go." It's right at the last hairy moment. They're like, "All right, we're in."
It's actually usually past the part that we say, "Hey, we're not going to go if we don't get it by this date."
We don't
it's always past that
until
date.
after we get the green light from BattleBots, which is like a month or two before the event.
So then it's just chaos. It's like all hands on deck. We got to build all these.
Well, last season was worse yet for other reasons.
Well, Reese and I discuss it first, though.
Fine, I won't go next time, Terry.
Well, yeah, this season here is probably going to get delayed because of F1. I mean, at this point, if they're going to have it in July, we are less than 2 months away. So it'd be really quick turnaround, man. Quick. And no, I don't watch F1. And I tried to watch an F1 race. It was tough.
All I can say is if the event is towards August, I don't think we have enough time to build new Fusion, because there's a lot of other shit going on.
Yeah. We don't have enough. The other builders don't have enough. And not to mention Vegas in August. Yeah.
Horrible.
So Reese, let's try to. I mean, we can complain about not getting paid at BattleBots forever. This show could be 4 hours long.
We don't have to. If fucking Monster would quit being dicks and just give us some money.
Okay, Reese, you got that drawer full of kittens.
It's so tasty.
It's kitten time.
Yes,
Kitten time.
it's kitten time. Absolutely. Let's hit it.
Did I show my sunburn? Look at this.
Well, he's kidding.
Look at that.
Okay,
that's a pretty clear line there.
While he's getting the kittens, I want to explain something because this comes up. We don't make any money other than the little bit amount on the super chats, and that's just going to go into probably buying monsters. Sorry, Reese, for the show or whatever. We can't monetize this stream because it would have to be a kids show then. We get banned pretty much every show, and I have to re-edit them, so they take all the super chats away. So we do appreciate the super chats, but we're not asking for them. Okay, so if you want to give $1, well, for Reese's stuff, but if you want to give $1, that's as good as 10.
All right, who wants to give me 5 to see these kittens?
Here is already 5.
Yeah.
Now the question is there any part on any other bot that Westar couldn't manufacture? Yeah, lots.
There's been some parts that have to have 5-axis machining.
Yeah, ones that you say, you probably shouldn't make it like that in the first place. But yeah.
Look at this!
One foul. Let's see if I can get another reaction out of them. All right.
And when will you be able to start
national
milking
TV.
those?
Give me a roar.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Fearsome.
Wow, proud daddy.
How many?
I even got a black one now.
Reese, Pat asked a good question. How
It-
long
it-
until you can milk him?
It wasn't black
2
before, or
months.
what? Oh my god! Hey, thank you, Nick, and
We got a
thank
black
you,
one.
Oz, because
Jeez.
Look at this. Look at
Yes,
this guy.
nice
Look
of you.
at him.
Wow.
How old are they, Reese?
Oh,
Give me a roar.
He just rolled.
Come on.
Oh, he's gonna take your.
All right, let go. Let go. Let go. Come on. Your screen time
Put
is
him on
up.
the mic.
Oh yeah, we seen the tattoo. We seen the other one. He showed us it now.
Okay,
what
you know
was
what's
it? I
funny?
missed it.
You know what's funny? I say don't give us money,
And then they give us
and
money.
they give us money. So okay,
But-
stop giving us money. No,
But thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
all.
it will get spent on the bots. It goes straight to the team, and the team spends all their money on robots. So that's
And
how
your friend's
that's how it
money.
goes.
And some of Dick's money.
And fireworks. 4th of July.
And fireworks, yeah. And
Does Terry
Reese
have to
buys dirt
babysit the
bikes.
kitties?
We are gonna have some fireworks at the pond, aren't we, this year?
Yeah. And we'll have
Wow.
cameras too, right?
Eventually, yep. I got the new
Will that
wireless
be a-
bridge
will-
set up to blast the
will-
internet over
Dick,
to
you
the
going to
pond.
show the picture of the new tool shed
Will
by
that be a
the
live?
lake?
That'll be a live show, right?
So anyway, I went to a.
We
I
could
went to
do
a-
the next live show there, sure.
I went to a
That's,
gas station last night, and I found these really cool bumper stickers.
Uh
All right, so here's the first one. Now, this is a 2-part deal. So there's 2 stickers. So there's the first one. Send nudes. All right, and then there's this one.
Is this in relation to anything recent? Did you find that baseball bin yet?
I did not find the baseball.
So
Yes.
were those stickers right next to each other there, or
Yeah. I was gonna put them on the blow up
Someone's
doll, but
upset.
I didn't think Jesus would appreciate that, so we're not gonna do that.
You see, you found Jesus. Okay, so that's good. More baseball mitts in your future, though, right?
No.
All the baseball matches.
All right, so let's see what we got here.
Yes.
What else
For
did-
our fireworks, we just put fusion out there. Yep, exactly. That's right.
that
Mhm.
does a good job lighting them all up?
So what are we going over now, huh?
Nothing. I'm just putting this on in the background since I made it.
Ah,
It's just
okay.
some high quality images. So this is just the fight here. Kind of getting prepared because after this session, you went right into the crowd. It must have been the last session of the day.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like it. So Jake, I think, and Reese went. Like, what happens is the bleachers, people in the bleachers just come down and kind of onto the floor near the arena, and then the builders who are still there from their fights, if they're still there, can go into the audience, and that's kind of fun.
That's where
That's
I
where
try
we
to
sign all
avoid.
the boobies. That's where the booby signing happens.
So that's where
Right
where
there.
this is happening.
When did they start
So you
doing
see-
the little after show, Dick? Like, did that just happen once they got into the tournament? I wasn't even aware they did that till last weekend.
Oh, I don't know when they started doing it. It's very weird though. Like they just sort of like anybody that hangs back, they just sort of like cluster them like together. It's very weird.
So this goes on for a while. This goes on for a while until BattleBots tells everybody that they don't have to go home, but they can't stay there.
Yeah.
Hey, what is Logan asking here in that super chat?
Huh?
They want you to stop talking about your ex.
Logan, you want to talk about Logan?
$50 buys yourself a brand new kitten.
And then
You're going to Texas? What?
you can see the fans here.
I
They've
gotta
got
get a
like
tan before I go
paper
to
they
Texas.
brought. They've got the book there that BattleBots was selling.
The book of bots and teams.
I will say the
yeah.
fans were amazing this year. Like the fans were incredible during this tournament.
Yeah, I felt bad after the huge fight. I was mic'd up. Come back. I'm like, we gotta fix this fucking drive. Because went out again, and there was a little kid up there, and it was not good. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, this was
Sorry
cool
to
see
that kid
the
and the
engagement
mother.
the fans were able to get.
Yeah.
No doubt this was the funnest thing, right, Trevor?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of footage of this. It was,
Yeah.
people were having a great time.
And this is in the arena. It got
Yeah,
even
this
good
is
when we
even
were
like
we
the
were
stuff
out
that happened outside.
like outside with the bots and stuff, and everybody coming out there, and then
Okay, for disclosure on this, I had a package of the outside, but it felt really intimate, and it didn't feel like it felt like the fans were having too intimate of a moment that we probably shouldn't show it because it was a lot of one-on-one. This I thought was okay to not get permission from all these people because I mean
more of a
it's
group
big
feel
crowd.
just piling in.
Yeah, I mean I do have a lot of really great stuff where you're with the kids, but it's just like a family, right? You're just talking to a family. It just doesn't. It didn't feel right to just blast it on this stream.
What is this? What is this, Dean? Come on now.
Oh,
So rude.
full disclosure, he put that up.
Yes, yeah, I do have control. Back
Yeah.
Did you see yourself yet? No, not yet.
Maybe there'll be some fan interactions in a postseason video.
I tried doing this, and security guards kicked me out.
Well,
Yeah,
when
I
you
thought it
look
was almost-
homeless, that happens.
No, genuinely, this is
Was it our
hilarious.
favorite security guard?
Oh, actually, yeah,
No.
we can talk about this because it happened this episode, right?
Oh
The
my God,
after
it's
show.
so funny. So, oh my God, I want to tell it. It's the funniest shit ever.
Go.
So Jake's like going up to do the after show with Chris and Kenny, and I'm like, even though they're there, Chris and Kenny are there, they like come by the pit and stuff like that. Suddenly, when they were like up and being filmed, and I was that close to them, I was just like, this is so cool. And Jake's up there in his team shirt, and he's like doing all this stuff, and the team is just sort of like milling around in the background, and Reese is back there just like in his street clothes because there was no reason to like put your team shirt on if you weren't gonna like go up there. And we're all like walking away to leave to go back to the pits, which is the opposite direction that like the fans are supposed to go. And a security guard was like, you can't go back there, specifically to Reese. We're walking in a group. And they're like, you, not you. They tried to get
And
him
that's
to go.
leaving. Okay, I got kicked out twice before that. And finally, like the guy's getting his fucking hands on me. I was about to throw some hands. And this fucking producer comes up. He's like, dude, this is the fucking guy. This is the guy. He needs to come in here. Because they were trying to get me to go up on stage.
Yeah, that they were.
And he's like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah.
Well,
We'll see
okay,
if
let's
you
be
got a
fair.
job
You didn't
tomorrow.
have a team shirt on at the time, okay?
How could you forget this face?
Oh,
have
yeah,
you,
I did.
have you seen the
Yeah,
show?
that's
I didn't,
true.
and I had a camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there was like in that interview that they didn't show, they were Jake was just like, yeah, my two kids. And one of the people that like does production stuff when we're back there looks at Trevor and goes, he's what? He's got two kids? Like she just would not believe that. I guess I don't know what her confusion was, that you were old enough to have kids. I don't know.
Yes. So this was brought up in the last stream.
Thank you, Dean, by the way.
A lot of people don't know who's older, me or Jake. And for everyone on the team, that's pretty obvious. But
Terry is.
That's also true.
I am 6 years younger, sophomore to Jake. Just so everybody knows.
I'm trying to.
I think Dick's the oldest.
The oldest brother, yeah, that's true.
So the bike rack got sold, and part of it got given away too. So
After it was turned into the fake gigabyte attachment.
Yeah. Also,
Are
thank
you having
for
Will
that.
Bill
And thank you
sign
again,
something
Dean.
for you?
I think
Yep.
a fan
I
had
think
Jake
this
sign
woman-
something and then Will Bill signed it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yep,
he's
yep.
left-handed. That explains it.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Left,
I'm left-handed.
left
He
brain.
needs a left-handed transmitter.
Yeah, that's the problem. He needs the sticks
Well,
reversed.
Well,
So this is the crowd that gathered for the post-fight show. Remember when Jake was talking with Ethan? Or they were standing next to each other, really. But there's Hypershock here.
there I
They're
am.
hanging out.
The homeless guy.
There's Kyle. There's Kyle. I see him.
This
And
is
you're just
this
like
is what I was
creeping
looking
behind him there too.
for. This is from Rachel's story. This is the. I'd kick him out too.
Yeah.
He's got a
Who
Team
wouldn't?
Whyachi hat on.
Who wouldn't?
I got a Whyachi hat. I mean,
He had
other people
more.
could have that, I
He
guess.
had more team branding on than Trevor and I did, and they just let Trevor walk wherever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah, but Trevor's got a camera, so he looks official.
But you think that would be more suspicious?
People have in the past spoken to me and spoken to Trevor like we're production or PAs.
Yeah,
Like, they've tried
Well,
to get it to
Trevor does look that way though,
He
because he's
looks
all
a PA,
get up.
and he is almost a PA by trade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not even. But yes.
Come on, guys, you can answer this real engineering question, can't you?
All of it, unless you bend it far enough.
Yeah. Sometimes just enough heat, like a little bit of heat, will get it to not crack. And then if you go cherry red, it's gonna bend like butter. So there's no exact science to it. It's a lot of feel. So when we do any
It's
bending
like
whatsoever,
forged in fire.
it is. It really is forged in fire. Yep. But thank
Yep.
you for the.
This is the view I'm talking about where it's like Sunland Starstruck. I've been this close to them before.
You've been this close to me. What is your problem, huh? Not starstruck by me anymore?
They come to the pits, but they're
When
not in
you're
their
up on the
suits. You don't
stage
wear
like this,
suits.
a little bit. Like this felt very like TV time in a way that it doesn't usually.
You know, the funniest part, I don't know if you guys heard this while we were going up there, but Ethan was having a darndest time holding that weapon on the sidelines, right?
Yeah.
he
So
couldn't
they
carry
had
it.
to go and find this cart for him to pull it up with. And when we rolled up, I don't know if they showed the interview, but I told him, man, that's pretty big. You like overcompensating for something? And they cut it out of the interview. I was so mad at that too, because he's there like, ugh, this weapon's so heavy, because it's like 55 pounds. So, and he's just like holding it at the sidelines while he's trying to go into
Jake,
this thing.
You should have offered to hold it for him.
Oh my god.
Poor kid
Hey,
would have had a
didn't you-
meltdown.
Didn't you say our flipper tongue was 5 pounds in this interview?
Yeah.
I did. It was just, yeah, it's less than that. I know.
Yeah, Core, 55 pounds is heavy.
Overcompensating a little bit, are we?
Well, 55 pounds isn't heavy, but he was sitting like right where this ramp is, right close here, and we were just chilling, right? And he's like trying to hold it the whole
It was
time.
like a
So
half
yeah,
hour longer than
eventually.
they said it was.
But it's funny because production made this into a complete joke and had somebody else come on to help him take it back off. So that nobody got this, but it was a complete diss on Ethan's part.
They're like, oh, we'll get that for you, bud.
Uh-oh. What did we say?
We're gonna make a harness.
What did we say?
We're gonna make a harness for
What did we say?
fusion in all
It was
the
probably. Oh, sorry about the jokes.
Uh-oh.
Because I was kind of a jerk to him up there. I was.
It's
And
it's official though. It's 55 pounds. We were debating that on the Riptide episode.
We were
It's not
definitely like
65.
oil and water up there too. We were not playing off of each other very nicely.
No, I
and
loved
speaking
it.
of
I
the guy,
loved it.
a guy,
Yeah.
we got Sid.
Let
Hey,
me
Weasel.
put pause here. Let me put pause here. Somebody asked about 55 pounds. Like we make jokes about Hydra's weapon being like 5 pounds or whatever. What does Hydra's weapon weigh?
The tip. The tip?
No. The
Entirely?
weapons, everything.
Probably 90.
Oh, every. Oh,
Yeah.
the hydraulics package is 90. And then you got the flipper arm, which is 20, and the flipper tongue that's 3.
So it's
113.
a lot of weight for the weapon.
It's a lot of mass.
Hey,
Yeah.
Weasel, I got a question. How about we throw some backpack straps on the new Fusion and you walk
That's
it
what I
in?
said. It's a harness. I'll carry it in from now on. I'll do it.
So here's Sid.
Just the
Hi.
tip, baby.
I'm only in here for a little bit anyway, but yeah.
Okay,
that's
you
all
rock
right.
it. What do you
y'all
got for us?
questions? I'll answer them. Y'all got
What do
y'all
you
got,
got?
y'all got tea. All
What do you have to say for yourself?
How was
Sid? I don't
how
know.
was
Yeah,
Riptide
yeah.
cheating this week?
Explain yourself.
this week?
How dare
Wow.
you?
I don't know. People were upset that we were like that. Apparently, Ethan said Like apparently Chris asked how fast the weapon was, and Ethan was like around 250.
know.
And people were like,
250.
well, if he wasn't cheating, he would have said what it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh well, it's not really how that works.
It's an estimate, man. It's an estimate.
Yeah,
You
like
really
we
don't-
can't
you
actually
really
move the
don't
real
know.
speed away. At least not that easily. If you want to do the math yourself, go for it. I mean, can't stop you.
Oh,
but-
we got Trevor on the high speed. Don't worry about that. We already got it locked in.
Yeah.
All depends
mean-
on the voltage drop of your packs.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, I mean, we've told basically everyone and their mom what specs we're running and what motors we're running and what batteries we're running. So, if you want to do the math, you can. But
Well, how are you so good? Huh? Just tell us straight up. How are you so
yeah,
good?
according to Ethan, I don't know. It's because we stole the design, clearly. So we just don't know.
Makes sense.
We have no idea why their bot works.
No, I don't know. I think the revolts are really nice. Actually, I was kind of doubting them, and they just work really well.
They're big and heavy.
Okay,
That's
Yeah,
my
okay,
issue with
so
them.
let's
The
be clear
numbers
here.
on
This
those
thing spins
revolts-
up super fast, right?
Yeah.
So there's lots of power. So it could potentially spin a lot faster if you geared it properly. To
Yeah.
do that,
Yep.
but
And I
you're-
guess
you're-
people may or may not see with the next Riptide. Who knows?
right.
Well,
but
spin
but
up
you wouldn't
faster or
necessarily want to
spin
do
tip
that
speed faster?
because you want to be able
Well-
to spin up super fast.
If you wanted to, so the thing that we were thinking about is that like we haven't saturated the amperage on the vest. Like we have the limit set not at the max. So if we wanted to push it higher, we could. And
I
so
don't
that way we
recommend
could.
it. I don't recommend it.
Yeah,
Well, you don't run
definitely
vests.
don't push
You
things.
don't run Vesks.
That's true.
Reese.
That's
you run
true.
like your little dinky. I don't know what they are, but something.
Oh, they're
used to be,
dinky.
we've been through APDs, Phoenix Edges, what
Scorpions
else?
now.
Scorpions.
Yeah, ours are like this big, and we have 2 of them, and yours are like I don't know, not that big. So
Thermal mass.
yeah,
Mhm.
and like the entire case of the Trampa is a heatsink. So
Sid, on those revolts, are they actually better numbers than they post for?
we
The
have
voltage
no
and
idea
torque.
because we haven't pushed them to the level where they like. I mean, they rate them at like 8 to 11 kilowatts, and we push them at like around 11 kilowatts. Like we push them above 11, I think. And they're fine. Like we've heat checked the motors after matches, and
'Cause, I mean,
or
you
at least-
never, you just
yeah.
never know about any of these motors. What kind of numbers they're posting if they're anywhere as close to accurate.
That's the
It
problem.
seems
because
like
you
it seems like they're a little conservative on their ratings.
Yeah,
It would have to be. What have you guys seen for amperage typical, if you don't mind saying, per motor?
Like, I mean, we've seen draw at, I don't know, it's like 60 amps when we're running just when we're free
Cruise.
spinning, and then
Yep.
on startup it's like it peaks at like the full limit that we've set. It's like anywhere from like, it depends on what we've set it to, but anywhere from like 180 to like 225, it'll just peak it.
That's
it?
interesting. 60 amps. 60 amps at cruise. I figured it would be more than that.
That's what the Vesks say, at least. So
That's pretty good.
Yeah, seeming fusions are like 60 each motor.
Well, with that.
oh well,
egg beater,
I'm
we
talking
run-
each motor as well.
with that
Right,
egg
but his-
beater,
but
we
his
were
is a lot
running
smaller.
90 each.
Ooh.
Oh, on the horizontal they are.
No, I'm saying on the egg beater test that was 90.
Oh,
Yeah, that was really pulling.
Huh.
There must have been a lot of air resistance in there.
I mean, I don't think our egg beater is basically like a boat sail too. I'd be surprised if yours is somehow less efficient than ours, given you guys actually did like, simulations.
Well,
We
it's got
kind of
the
did
it's got
not
the
with the
it's
air.
got the triangulations in the middle, which I mean that's
Oh.
that's more disturbance.
Yeah.
For sure.
That'll do it.
chat.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for Sid while he's here?
Yeah, how do I
right here,
blow a
done.
beard?
Well, which out of all the bots remaining, which one scares you the most?
Ooh.
Riptide.
Huge.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I think we could pull off the exact same strat that we've been running for the last like 6 matches against basically everyone else, and it wouldn't be that bad.
Well, last
Huge, we'd
year
have to
you
run
beat
something new.
Huge. You beat Huge with a box rush.
We did. They were also like the robot wasn't that complete. I think like they were struggling at that point, and they've improved a lot since then. Yeah, they're they had like some blue stripe belts. That, I don't know. I think it's
they were a contender after Fusion fought Huge. I took a look at the chunk they took out, and I said, "Holy fuck, this is not the Huge of the past."
Yeah. I didn't actually see the Mad Catter fight in person. I watched it with everyone else. But like, I think that after watching the Mad Catter fight, seeing that their weapon went down I would have been like, oh yay, there's some kind of vulnerability there. But Jonathan mentioned that like apparently they found out what it was. It was just their bushing was bad, and then they talked to Professor Mason and then replaced it. So at the time,
wait, you talked to who?
Professor Mason. That is a good evil
That's the
name.
first time I've ever heard that, and that threw me for a loop right there.
That's what he's going to be going by, Professor
He
Mason.
should
that's
be.
what everyone calls him. Like,
Dude, I am
like a
never
wrestler
calling
name.
him that.
well, you don't
Why
need to call
doesn't
him
he
that.
take
I'm
that
a college
wrestler
student.
name?
Like, if I don't call him that, it's like I don't know. I feel like I have to.
But
Plastic
why?
Riptide causing controversy.
Yeah.
They thought they had
did
to on
he
Gilligan's
teach you?
Island too.
I mean, was he
No.
actually a teacher to you?
No. But,
Oh
like,
no,
like,
then you
people-
never call him that. Ah,
All right, Martin.
yeah.
So
No, yeah.
So,
You're
so
confusing
yeah,
our
like,
chat
one
listeners
thing
here.
to
Come on.
so Sid, you're driving the weapon. Are you like
Yeah.
in full control of the weapon here?
Yeah.
So what do? Just turn it on and just set the controller down? I mean,
I mean, honestly, most of the time, that's basically all I have to do. Ethan kind of handles everything, but like in a lot of these fights, like I mean, I think we definitely did it against Hypershock. We will turn the weapon down. Like I'll start with the weapon like I don't know, like 50%.
70? 50?
Yeah, something like that. 50, 60. It depends. Yeah, 50 to 70, and then as soon as we get the first hit, I'll ramp it up.
Yeah, because there was definitely a noise difference.
Isn't about
from the start of
halfway
the match
through.
too.
I think you can hear it. I think if you watch the actual match, you can hear it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So like halfway through the match, then the new ref grabs the transmitter from you and she runs it.
Yeah, I mean, she probably could if she wanted to. At that point, like halfway through the match, I mean, I didn't really have to do anything. I just yelled.
So you just sit in the stands and just let the fans like move the
I
weapon
can
up?
do that. We could probably run like a Twitter poll and just like a live poll. What do you want the weapon speed to run at during the match? And then whatever people put in, I think it would go fine.
so I was really surprised that they were looking for more here, but they worked their way down. They're asking for it.
I mean, you might as well. Like their weapon their weapon was working at 100%, which I thought was insane. And if we had taken a hit, that was bad. And let's say our weapon broke or something broke and we flipped over and they could have won.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
There's
There's
always
a
that
great
what if.
question in the chat right now.
Ooh.
Don't miss it.
Tell me what it is so I know not to miss it.
Who hit the ceiling first?
Oh. Well,
this is such tea. I feel like
they didn't know. See, at filming, that's why they were so excited on TV because they didn't know beforehand because we don't celebrate like that. Even if we had done it, we still wouldn't have celebrated, right?
You should have jumped up and down on TV like Ethan did. I think that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Then we would have got a plaque because we didn't get the plaque yet.
Yeah. The battle box plaque. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but no, I mean, you did hit it harder. There's no doubt about that.
For sure.
Well, we were like, because between...
But there's only like 10 times the energy in your weapon as Hydra. I mean, it's not that.
Oh,
well, we also used 2 robots worth of energy to get it up there versus
it's
your just
also
one.
true. Yeah. You never did it by yourself. Damn it.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That nobody's weapon broke in that hit is pretty amazing.
Yeah. That's pretty jaw-dropping in itself.
If you compare it to last year, like our weapon, last year our weapon spun like 25% slower.
Both you and Hypershock are using titanium shafts right on the bearings, though, correct?
I don't know if Hypershock is, but we are, yeah.
No, he has angular contact rollers bearings.
Oh, like the tapered?
Sphericals.
Oh,
like 50 mil ID.
I don't know how the sphericals work for people. We tried them and then instantly did not work.
Yeah,
last year we couldn't run the weapon at 100% and hit people. Like we would do it, but only if the match was like basically over, just to see if the weapon would break. And every single time the bearings broke and stopped the weapon. And this year too, like the bearings broke, but because they're needles, they just kind of broke and kept running. Like they wouldn't actually come apart until
They
we
didn't
pulled the shaft out.
seize tight to the
Yeah,
shaft
exactly.
either?
Yeah. So it wasn't a problem until we disassembled the robot, but it was pretty amazing.
And for both weapons to like not break, or because I seen Hypershock's weapon afterwards, you couldn't even tell that it took that massive hit. Like it was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So you
What else
guys
you got,
going to be
Chad?
ready to go in about 2 months then for another event? If
yeah, we've been planning it. I mean, we wish we had more time to make more changes because we were thinking of doing like everyone's thinking of brushless drive, and so we were investigating it. But
yes, brushless drive. Yes,
I thought somebody told me you guys run rage bricks.
Yes, please.
We do. Yeah.
On what?
On mag motors.
Yeah,
So they're part of the Rage Brick crew, man.
Yeah.
We had to manufacture our own because Charles wouldn't sell us anymore. He's sick of it.
Yeah, that jerk.
Was it recent? Because I think we bought we bought like 12 of them, and he was like, "Yep, that's all I have."
Right before last season.
Yeah,
we
had to get a 25 spot made.
We did a special run.
They worked out good. In fact, we found we found better FETs so that we have actually higher amp.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Slightly higher. It's not like crazy high.
When we say we, I mean I did.
Yes. Good job, Dick. Putty clap to you. Putty clap to you.
I can't even see Dick. There he is.
Nice. Yeah, we blew I think a rage bridge during the Mad Catter fight. And then I think that was it. So I don't know. I was thinking of like this year, like one of the little upgrades I was thinking of was just, basically gluing or like, thermal gluing like little heat sinks to the MOSFETs, but
yeah,
I don't know. Or adding a little fan.
With our water cooling. We put a water cooling manifold right on top and bolted it right down to the FETs.
On the rage bridges?
Right on them.
Sandwich them
together. Oh, okay. That's yeah.
A little aluminum heat exchanger. Heat transfer paste right onto the top of the FETs.
Yes, rage bricks are actually generally cheap compared to a lot of these other controllers.
Yeah.
So that 200 is nothing.
I mean, people use. Well, I mean, we use 4 rage bridges, but people use 2 vesks for their drive, and it's like a vesk is what $500 a piece. So
right.
Yeah.
The ones we're testing this last week are like 1,200 each.
You bought vests to test with?
No.
So if we need 20 of them.
Oh, okay.
They got some sort of special military one-off. Like they got the betas or something.
Damn, y'all will try literally anything other than vesk. That's so funny.
Yes. Yeah, we're just not gonna do it, man. Just not gonna do it. Until somebody makes a drop in where they have them pre-programmed and it just works. Not gonna use them. Nope.
I mean, Hypershock has it. I don't know how much you trust them, but people use them.
The original problem was that the vests were going over. They were hitting the ERPM limit on these in-runners because they're using in-runners on the drives, and so we needed something that had a much higher switching rate.
What's the single most expensive part in your bot? And then I'll go next.
Oh, it's gotta be the
beater,
the spinner.
It's probably the spinner. I think the spinner's like,
well,
Well, they stole everything. It can't be that expensive.
No. We stole the design files.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
and then had to manufacture it.
You're
So
right,
yeah, it's
Now they are
ignorant.
getting it manufactured from the person who's sponsoring them, so they probably still have a pretty steep discount on that. But still, probably still expensive.
We still get the quote and everything. We just get we still, but the quote, I think for everything that has to do with the beater, the machining, and then the hardening, and then the remachining, it's like $6,000 in total. Maybe less.
That's a pretty expensive one single weapon, for sure.
I think that we get.
I mean, how much is Megabyte Shell?
No. I think it's like $4,000 max. That's my guess. Because we got all four made for like $6,000, and then machining and stuff is on top of that.
Okay. Well, there's two really expensive ones in Hydra. There's either the manifold, or there's the actual titanium frame. Both of those are pretty high on the list for expensiveness. Because usually, for shop prints, right, we'd have like one print, and you can make most any part, right? Well, for the hydraulic manifold, we need to have 7 different prints. That's how complicated this manifold was. So
And if you didn't do it in house, it'd be a lot more expensive, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like you bought all the porting tools, and you bought the valve seats and shit, or the valve seat tooling.
Yeah, our stuff is cheap because we're making it ourselves. So technically, it doesn't cost us anything, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. But yeah,
But we could be making Riptide parts instead and charging them, right?
Yeah, we'd make more money that way.
You'd have to sponsor us. Because
no, Zamachi's just going to send us your parts to make. Don't you know that?
Oh, you guys could become the little partners. Yeah,
already are.
Do it.
Already.
Oh, you are.
Yeah. For like the last year, we actually just got a plaque from them saying we're one of the top manufacturers.
We got a banner. We got a banner last.
Banner,
but they won't sponsor us.
No,
we should request our parts and put little stretch factors in them before we get them.
We do see a lot of bot parts go through. Yeah.
Sure. We see Minotaur parts. We see I think you
we
guys
actually did get a part from you, didn't we?
Oh, was it the shaft?
We seen a shaft on there.
Was it the shaft?
That's the
we
one
didn't we didn't do it, but
if we did, look it over really close. There might be some micro
there's some nicks in there, micro fractures, whatever.
The team Whyachi kayak.
The end tapped holes are super undercut, so you don't even notice it.
I put it on my.
Oh, that's why our bolts kept coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then we used your impact to fix the problem. So really, this comes back to you.
It's a mute point. It just washes away out, right? Mm-hmm. We put a little weld bead in there, so it's really difficult.
Oh, I have a question.
Okay.
For said, someone on Facebook said, "Well, I heard that Ethan's not even allowed to touch the bot."
Oh.
And I wanted to get your take on that.
I don't know who people
very
think
well
would
informed
be preventing Ethan from touching the bot. Like, I don't know who would be in the chain that would be preventing him. Yeah, I mean, he can touch.
Doesn't he have it at his house right now?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. We also saw it in the last or 2 episodes ago or whatever of the video of the pits. You see him working on it.
Yeah.
It literally, there's the evidence right there.
Yeah. The response with them was like, "That doesn't make sense." As they were like, "Well, I never saw him working on it." Like. Okay.
Oh, beautiful. Love that.
Well,
yeah.
Here's the next thing. Are you excited for the next episode to finally be done with this season, one way or another?
I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be over, one way or another. I think it's going to be great. I don't know if people are going to respond to it, but...
What I find interesting is that they really don't have that many questions for you, which I find is interesting because you would think that
maybe we nipped it in the butt.
Yeah, if you look at the internet, you'd figure they'd all be in here raging and going all crazy and shit, but they just want to talk about silly stuff.
I don't know. I think if people wanted answers to questions from us, they would just ask them, and I think some people
they don't
I don't think
or maybe Here's conspiracy theory time. They think that we're covering for you. So even if they ask the question,
I
we're
did
going to
hear that.
sugarcoat it and not even give you the hard questions, right?
Yeah. Oh well. Lucky me.
Except we asked every question possible.
Yeah, just because we're covering for you, so it doesn't mean that they can call us out like that.
I heard that because of the bike ride.
Oh shit!
We
you guys
lost
are-
him.
you guys are covering for a fellow controversy.
Oh, he's there.
A controversial team.
You cut out in the middle
and
of it.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, we
Really
sure as hell don't want to cover for anybody who's controversial. I'll tell you that, because we don't need that heat on us. So
This is a good question. I remember somebody saying, "Well, all the rumors, we just had to be sure." Was Hypershock hyper vigilant? Did they weigh you like a bunch of times? And
No, I mean we love Hypershock. They were really sweet.
yeah,
They saw our like little Twitch fest, which everyone sees. So
they tried to make it look like they were like checking you over on screen, but really it was
yeah. I mean they in general just look at everyone's tip check, or like they look at everyone's not tip check, but like Twitch test.
A good team would, to see what kind of config
which you
you're running
should,
and all
just
that stuff.
Yeah. Like we want to know whether you're getting caught on the floor, or or if you're having weapon startup issues, or if your weapon spins up faster than we thought it does. So yeah, I mean it's totally fair.
Ribot's right there watching us weigh.
Yeah.
I had this pre-prepared just to show what happens. This is at the scales. This is Hydra weighing in. This is super common. Nobody complains. Yeah. It's what you're supposed to do. It's your last chance to get a look at the robot, right? You want to see the weight and you want to know exactly what they got hooked on their bot.
Yep.
There's Jake doing the weigh-in. They're done, so they go away.
This was the one though that the new safety guy, he kind of ticked me off a little bit, because I had weighed in the same way every time, right? I stick it on the scale, I push it forward till it gets roughly on there, and then we call it good, right? And then I pull it back off. Well, he decided that it wasn't on the scale all the way, so he made me set it back down, push it on even farther. And this is tough because I'm trying to push Hydra forward, right? And there's diamond plate on the scales, and all my wedges are sitting on there. So it's clunk, 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 clunk across the box. Super annoying. And it came out just fine. But, like, the other safety guys are there, and they bring in new guys.
Holding the camera.
Tiny hands.
Listen.
I don't lift Hydra. Because
no one has to.
Hydra's got the thing.
cart.
Yeah, nobody has to lift Hydra.
You got the cart, yes. You just set it down on the corner of the scale. You push it on just a little bit just to get it so that all the weight's actually on there.
In fact, the first time Jake trusted me to push the nub in that grabs it, it was not in there well, and it was a very close call. I did learn my lesson, but I tried really hard to not ever have to touch the cart again.
Yeah,
which safety guy was that?
Like slips off the pin.
Yeah,
falls off the cart.
It's ironic because I was trying to be like gentle and like not smash it into the bot, and then Jake just comes up, wham, just rams it in. I'm like, okay, all right, it's good to know that I can do that. Like,
like while he's like walking with it, sometimes he'll just stop it and go over and just kick it with his foot. He just kicks the pins into the side of it.
Gotta make sure they stay in there.
Is it just like? Does it just get like warped or something? Just from
the arms are so heavy that they kind of tilt sideways, and then the pins kind of work them way out with the vibration. So you just got to get them back in again.
But as far as
story,
listening,
I am not allowed to touch Hydra because I did once before an endgame fight.
Oh yeah,
and it started on fire.
Yep,
that is true. Yes.
Apparently, I'm a fucking pyromaniac.
When it comes to the safety people telling you what to do, we've been told by BattleOps that we can ignore them if it's something that we're not trained in, like this, like put Hydra on the cart. Like, we don't know how to do that. That's Jake's job.
Yeah, or like sometimes they'll tap Dad on the shoulder to turn Hydra off, and we're like, no, you can wait. Your TV show can wait a minute. Like, we're not going to touch it.
Dick listens to me.
That smoke.
What happened to Riptide's horizontal plow that we used against Huge? It exists. I think we have a new plow. It's like slightly different design. It's sharpened now. It's like the bottom is, it's like a, I don't know how to explain it. It's like an actual wedge shape. We're ready to use it. It's great. It's nicely bent. Yeah, it's there.
You should see my ex-girlfriends. That's nothing
You weren't.
to do with
You
your
got
comment.
paid not to talk about your ex, though.
That's,
No, that super chat's done.
no, that's
Yeah.
all. Of
Can
them.
we go?
Oh, it's done.
That's
Okay,
all
it's only
of
good
them.
for like 40 minutes. She'll have to pay
I'm not
again to get
talking
him to
about
shut
one.
back up.
Only you can prevent fusion fires. How do you? She must follow me on Instagram. That's on my Instagram.
Oh,
Aha.
Oh, nice.
Yes, next sponsored by Smokey the Bear.
So, Sid, are you guys doing any small bot events anymore?
Like running them?
No, fighting in them.
Oh.
Like taking your.
Well, I don't think that Ethan has competed in a while. I ran and competed in an event that I hosted at A&M University at Texas A&M. But I think I'm the only one. I think that's the most recent thing we've done. It was a Riptide sponsor event actually, and it was really fun. And that was it. But yeah.
When was that event?
It was in mid-April. It was like fully streamed. It's on YouTube. We had like commentators and stuff from my university club. It was really cool. It was cute.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah,
Do
and I did
one?
terrible in the event. Sorry.
Will it be another one?
Yeah, that was the second time we ran it. I think we're trying to run another one in the fall. So last one is Spring Showdown. I think the next one is gonna be Fall Frenzy. At least that's working
Yeah.
name.
Weasel was thinking about going to Texas. I mean, he could go down there that time and be a commentator for you.
Oh, yeah.
And bring a cat.
I will wear a bikini, and if you're lucky,
Ooh. If we're lucky,
might go back to your hotel room later on.
Oh, okay.
I
think that stream would turn into not the kind of stream that YouTube wants.
True.
We don't care what YouTube
True
wants.
every time.
I don't have a backup stream, unfortunately. So I don't
Neither
have
do
a
we.
lot of flexibility there.
Have you seen what we get away with, Sid?
I've seen.
Not a lot. It gets taken down.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
true.
you guys get taken down the other week, so I don't know what you guys are getting away with.
If you're not getting taken down, you're not living on the edge.
Yeah.
Oh, Dick, I sent you a picture of the fork, or it's in the private chat actually.
Nobody has
But-
a problem with cat milking. That video's still up. I mean, that's pretty bizarre, right?
How many
to a
views?
normal person? I don't even know.
Oh, that's really great. Let me see if I can.
Probably
Yeah, this is-
600.
It was really cute. This picture is a Whyachi live stream exclusive. I haven't posted anywhere yet.
Ooh.
Big hype.
It should be coming.
Jake, you're muted.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. So this is what Hypershock gave us after the fight. It was really sweet of them. They all came up. We took a picture with them. Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, they all signed it. It was super sweet. I think it's one of the nicest pieces we've gotten from another team.
Let's go.
No, that's a
You
go.
other teams actually gave you parts? A bunch of
I'm not
jerks.
giving away much.
Oh.
Just a bunch of shit.
Yeah, according to the
Oh.
internet, every team hates you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Yeah.
That's it. Will Bales is canceled.
Yes, thank you, chat. I'm muted. Yeah, I figured it out. Now we're not gonna do this whole muted thing this time, okay? So
Hey, I haven't been muted once yet, but granted, we're only 2
don't
hours
worry.
We got time.
Okay, so we're gonna come back to the cart, right? I seen Terry raise his hand, but I want to know, why did it evolve and why did it become necessary to even make the cart? Other than you're old and didn't want to pick up the bot anymore.
No. Who picked up the bot the most?
Me.
Who was that?
Because you guys.
Oh,
were
you mean the
taking too long
second?
to get
Who
your
was
battery
that?
out.
It was you. I'd always have to come get you to flip the bot over to look at
And what would
something.
I say? Why the fuck do I have to pick up this bot for you?
Dude, it's not fusion where you
Fair
can
question.
work from the top. You work from underneath the bot in Hydra, so you have to flip it over to work on it. So the evolution of the cart and why Terry designed the thing is because I needed to be able to flip it without anybody else having to help with it. That way, I could.
And Fusion's cart is coming next year.
You're never gonna get a cart.
It won't even need one. It's so big. I mean, you won't even need one. It's gonna be so spacious. It's gonna be so nice.
You're not
it's like
gonna
a fucking
need a cart.
Cadillac.
You're just gonna carry it around with backpack straps the whole damn time.
Right. Yep. Getting those calves in shape, right?
Back and forth to the hotel too, like a homeless guy.
You're gonna put me out of my job? It's not very nice.
What do you do exactly?
Yeah, what do you do?
Oh wait, you make those awesome hype videos. That's right. I forgot. My bad. Or is that Rachel?
All right.
Yeah, you're welcome, Reese, for making you look like a badass cowboy.
Yeah. Well, the problem is you can't make me look good.
That's not hard because I am a
Yeah,
badass.
we were talking about this. I don't know why, but we have way less like footage of you, and I don't know if it's because
you're scared to come over by me.
I think you just play the camera less, and you actually ask me to do stuff. Like Reese doesn't ask me to do stuff, so a lot of times when I come over to like video, you'll actually be like, "Hey, actually, I need you to do this thing." So it's your.
Whereas me, I'm like, "Hey, Trevor, just sit the fuck over there and take video."
Basically,
what you do is that when the camera's on you, you're like, "Oh, let me just curl the fusion weight."
Yeah, you got to
like,
get Tom there. Tom can be the wheel guy, and then I can just record the whole time.
Are you saying I'm photogenic? Because I believe I'm not photogenic at all.
You are hideous. Yeah.
How about the sound?
How many cameras did you run through? How many lenses were broken during filming?
You just crack.
At least
the
6.
second they're on you.
Yeah, but you went back on the sound, right? In this thing, you don't notice it while you're there, but when you go back on the video, is there not just arena noise all the time?
Oh yeah, it's hard to get good clear audio.
It's absolutely difficult.
In the tent they're running, they're like blasting this air, and then everything's like echoing through.
Even when I had I have a pretty decent like shotgun mic. Even when I had that running and it was pointing just very directly right at somebody talking, it was still like there's so much noise.
Yeah.
Right, and I think that's got something to do with why like I could never get my heart rate like below 90 the whole time we're there. Like the stress level on the watch is just going crazy the whole time. It's like,
cool
dude,
story.
I'm just laying in a hammock for 2 hours, but I can't actually like calm down.
Somebody had me take my heart rate when I woke up like 2 months ago. What do you think my heart rate was? Guess.
45.
My heart rate goes way up when it comes around.
Isn't that like fucking low for even somebody sleeping?
No.
Oh, for sleeping?
Oh, hey.
Well,
hey, they want to know who wins the nut. You guys know who wins the nut, right? It's Rusty. Rusty wins everybody's nut.
No, that is exactly average, Reese.
All right.
Just Google it.
Perfectly normal then. It seems low. 45. That's like.
Well, your body's not doing anything.
That's less than 1 per second, buddy. You better be doing something here.
I forgot. Okay, below me is the battery guy, right, for BattleBots. And to the side of me is the so-called cheaters, right? So battery guy, have you ever seen the cheaters cheat?
Just the one. Just the one time.
My only complaint with Riptide. Slow getting there.
He froze. We paid him. We paid him off.
Yeah.
Whatever he said there was really bad.
Yeah. Really bad.
Yeah. His internet cut him himself. Okay.
That's funny.
We are gonna beat this dead horse for another whole season until you come back next season. Cheating again.
You guys, you're never gonna get out of the cheater.
No, never. No.
That's
that's
is
a
with
stink
you.
that never comes off. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do, how many times you get vindicated. It's out there now, right? Like the bike rack. I never can get away from that thing. It's never gonna happen, right?
I mean, do people really like still fault you for using it? I thought it was just like,
it's a hot topic all the time.
But there was like malicious compliance.
That was like, let me check. That was like 3 years ago.
The asterisk guy apparently is still going on about it in the supporters group. So I'm not in there because we don't support BattleBots to see the content that you'd think we'd be able to see at all times, but the fans actually see more than we do. Whatever.
But yeah, people bring up the bike rack in earnest a lot.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. The things I've seen about us is just like, well, I don't care what they were doing with the robot. They were still modifying it. But like, if you knew what we were doing with the robot, you would know that we weren't modifying it. You know. Also, like, you know, they actually showed this off on the episodes this week. But like, Copperhead had little copperhead or cardboard forks taped to the
Dare
wheel.
they?
And yeah, that was I mean, I thought it was cute, and I thought it was really nice
Right.
that they did that for the walkout. Like I thought it was funny.
We
But
made some stupid long forks too for Endgame.
well, there's but yeah, and like I mean, it was fine. No problems from them.
See, the stupid long fork thing too. Let's just be clear. We didn't weigh with them on. Okay, we put them on after the bot was there, and we zip tied them to the front forks, and then we covered this thing, so nobody knew we weren't actually using them. And we walked all the way to the arena up there, and then we loaded it up on the box, and then we cut the zip ties and took them off right then and there. Probably more than what you had done.
Was that recent? Was that like
No, that was against Endgame.
Oh, last.
So we have modified a bot up there at the arena side, exactly, probably worse than what you did because you were just like doing it for a show, and we were
Still
actually
not
like
as bad as Riptide having
fully
Riptide,
trolling.
Ribot having two bots at the same time in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Well, they made rules about that, didn't they? Afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, rules that somehow benefit them. I don't get it. But whatever.
Oh well. Wait, I actually didn't hear because of your internet freezing what the issue was that you had.
Yeah, what's your issue?
I'm actually still curious what the thing was.
He didn't hear you either. Hey,
Patrick.
Captain A-hole down there.
I couldn't hear him. What was it?
Oh, what did you
froze?
actually have an issue with?
Oh, just you guys are so excited after your matches that it always takes a while to get you guys to get your batteries out, and it's hey guys, you need to get your batteries out, and then they'll be like, "Oh, we forgot the tool bag," and then I turn around and like the whole team's gone to get the tool bag, but then they forgot that their bot's still in the cooldown area and stuff. But no, it's all cool. That's the way you guys have always, it's not that bad. It's just when you have other bots, that are going to come in and stuff, it makes it a little inconvenient.
We take up space for sure.
This is nitpicking. And their intros, they're everywhere on their intros. The camera guys had to yell at them multiple times, like, "Hey, stay kind of packed together when you walk out, right? Not so just spread everywhere."
After like the first time, they started actually telling us like what we could and couldn't do for the intro, or what they wanted us to do and not do for the intros. And so I think literally the only rule they gave us was like, hey, do whatever you want, but just stay close to the robot and don't move past the camera, So that's why we weren't running after the first episode out. But yeah, I think one of those issues with the battery thing specifically is just that, like, I don't know about other teams, but like we have so many different types of bolts in the top plate just because, I don't know, it's just didn't think about it when designing. But like we have so many different bolts that like it literally takes like 4 people. If you want to do all of them at the same time, you need 4 people with 4 different tools to take all the bolts out. So it takes a while.
How many bolts do you think Hydra has for its battery cover?
I don't know, man. You probably have
4.
like a zip tie holding the
4. 4 quarter 20s. That's all that's holding the batteries in.
Okay, well, I don't know. Robot different.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, plate, I'm not hoping that my structure stays together because of it.
Yeah. How about the bottom pan though?
Yeah, the bottom pan. There's a lot in the bottom pan. Yeah, no doubt. There's a lot of quarter 20s there.
If that bottom pan comes off from a up hit from an uppercut type bot, we're pretty much fucked.
Yeah.
There's shit everywhere.
Yeah, because the guts are hanging out because the hydraulics in the bot are literally just free floating in there. They're only attached by the 2 hoses to either side of the actual cylinder. Otherwise, it's just sitting in foam inside the bot.
Yeah.
Oh, in foam. Okay.
Yeah. But it's just chilling. So the bottom plate, if it was never just not there, the hydraulics would just fall out. Oh, what's this, Pa? What are we doing here?
Well, this is the lake.
Maybe Raven.
And
Reese
Lake.
By the dock.
It's called Reese Lake. Thus forth will be known as Reese Lake.
Well, we're not sure what it's called.
We are.
Nobody died there yet, so.
Whoa.
Wait. So you made this pond, correct?
This was a lot of digging. How
I
many
got a
yards?
better picture.
You bought a bulldozer, cheaper than a BattleBot, by the way, and you dug this all out
Well,
over months.
Weasel bought this land, the 18 acres of swampland, right? I was dead set against it. He went ahead and bought it, and then
Not dead set. Totally against.
yeah, that's dead set.
That's
No.
what that
Dead
means.
set doesn't do it justice.
think that's
Totally
it.
against is more fitting.
Pretty much
I
the
think
same.
that
terrible,
is
though.
more firm.
So
no?
this was a few years ago, and then we ended up getting a dozer and an excavator and spending a lot of money in diesel and time and moved, I don't know how many tens of thousands of yards of material. This is 1.5 acre, 2 acre lake. It was the deepest spot.
1.63 acres.
The deepest spot was 18 feet deep. It's probably filled in a little bit now, but pretty much all clay bottom, so it's sealed up, and it's a terminal lake. The only place it gets water from is the rain, so you evaporate, about 18 inches a year around here, and you get about 50 inches of rainfall. So we have outflow out of this lake. Anyways, that was a few years back, and now we're decided we're going to build a pavilion by the lake this year. So we got a little shelter there, more like a park shelter, I guess. So that one picture was of the tool shed they whipped up this week. So keep our tools out of the rain while we're building this pavilion. Take it from there, Weasel.
Well, furthermore, on Reese Lake.
Furthermore,
I thought it was Eeyore Acres.
Ooh.
I like that.
Not bad. That's not bad.
Eeyore Acres is the plot of land. Reese Lake is the lake on the plot of land.
Well, you
I
got
can dig
Eeyore
it.
Island over there too.
Hey,
Eeyore
I can dig
Island?
it. Wait a minute. I did dig it.
There'll be a
By
flagpole
hand with a
There'll be a
shovel.
flagpole going up there this week with some Wi-Fi on it back to the shop, and then some
That
cameras
is
so
a
we can.
110 megapixel picture of grass.
Great. Wow.
And a
Yeah.
goose.
Well,
Wow.
it probably lost some of its integrity going across Facebook here.
Reese, stop sending me this picture. This video. I am not showing this video.
Which one?
The money video?
Money?
Yeah.
Blood money.
Jesus.
Aw.
Why?
Yeah. You want to have camping there so people can,
Hey,
So we got
get a pond.
I got
a-
an open tent. It's open to everyone, but you have to have hair. That's the thing. So
we have two
Hair
pair of
somewhere.
geese.
Hair
two pair
anywhere.
of geese that go
Hair
there.
everywhere.
You
Canadian
have to
geese.
have hair if you want to pitch Reese's tent.
that's right.
Is that what I'm hearing?
He's pitching tents all day long, folks.
Jesus.
The geese
So, Sid-
are nesting there, and they have their little ones. They don't go to Canada.
Don't you say my
anymore.
name.
Oh.
Sid, before we get too far afield here, do you have anything else to say? We probably should let you go because we're
No,
gonna.
yeah,
we're
I
getting
was-
a little off the
yeah.
rails here.
No, I mean, thanks for having me. It's fun. Yeah, I'm glad that BattleBots recognized as our hit and not Jake's as highest.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did?
That was pretty rough,
Listen, if
really.
it's misinformation,
That's some
it benefits
spicy
me. I'll take
tacos
it.
there.
I'm always
I mean,
playing from the back foot. Always.
Sick burn.
yeah. Maybe they'll put the two of us
Where's-
against each other next.
Nah, we don't need that.
next season.
We're good.
No,
Just you
I
guys
don't
get a
need none of that
plaque?
noise.
Just for
Hell
that.
no.
Oh, no?
No.
It has to be pitted
good.
as far away from you guys.
I mean, I would win, but I don't want none of that. Nope.
All right.
Thanks a lot
you
for
guys.
showing up. Yeah,
Yep.
I sent him a link just out of the blue, just see if he wanted to pop in, and
Yeah.
Sid was kind enough to come in and
That's
tell
the
us
best
a little
kind
bit
of
about
guest,
his
man.
Fight. Yeah,
Maybe
Thank you.
next week again.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If it's
Yeah.
relevant. If it's relevant.
Dude, no
I will
matter
pop
I'll
what,
send you.
you're going to
I'll
be
send you a link.
relevant, man. You're always relevant.
Yep.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, for next week? Yeah, I think so. Just we'll see.
Okay.
See you guys.
Well, you have a good night. See
Yeah.
ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you too.
Adios.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh,
Uh-oh. What happened? We gotta
What
be careful.
did happen there?
All right, let me get through the last little bit here.
We're all here.
Warning.
Battery man left as
Hey,
well.
Did we get through everything already?
Not
We have
really.
one more.
I wanted Rachel to tell what's going on. What is going on here? Not here.
Okay. So the first season that Hydra ran, that's how far back we have to go. Dick and I drove Hydra in the Udder Gun truck to Long Beach with a bunch of stuff, and we would just listen to all kinds of stuff. But one of the songs that we were sort of on a kick with was Chicago's 25 or 6 to 4, and we were looking up what the lyrics meant, and it was like about staying up really, really late writing songs. And he was like, hey, that's kind of like BattleBots. Like you just stay up super late. And so we just started playing it whenever. And on the very first fight, we were just sort of like kicking around because it's like 30 minutes that you stand back there. It's like an hour before that you stand somewhere else. And then you wheel in. So we were listening to music and we were playing 25 or 6 to 4. And then Hydra won. We were like, well, shit, now we have to play that every time for superstitious purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So we play it before every Hydra fight, no matter how tense it is. So sometimes I look like I am very much not having fun because at the point that we are listening to it, it has become a requirement.
Like this?
I'd want to play it. I do so want to play it, but I just know we can't.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for the break of day.
Can we play Rubber Band Man?
Anyway.
Yeah. So I have to watch them because they're always doing this, and they're super nervous when they go up to the matches. And this does not help me at all stay unnervous because watching them dance around super nervously. So I just kind of like look the other way and try to stay away from them while they're doing this.
Okay, come on, Jake. There's plenty of nerves to go around. We call it Jake zoning in, where you kind of visualize the fight, and you want to be alone. So leave us alone. We're doing our own thing.
I do leave you alone. I'll let you do that because I don't want to be anywhere near that.
It's funny because Tiny Hands is probably there visualizing the fight as well, but for when that bot comes near those hammers and she gets to press that
Johnny
button.
on the hammer. So this is the push in right down the tunnel. This is a pretty good video here, Trevor. You did it. They don't want him to appear through this thing, right? Trevor, is Trevor here?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm here.
They don't want you to be shown to the camera, so you have to stop here, right? Oh
No,
wait! Look at you!
I think they had already filmed the intros.
Oh, this is the second walk-in. This is the second walk-in,
and there was like a delay or something. So this was something else. I don't know, or maybe I was just an asshole and just did it.
And what about the purple pail?
Purple pail.
That's my lucky purple pail. We got to have it with all the time. It's got the tools in there and take the batteries out and the air fill nozzle.
Yep.
And when I'm making
came from what? Walmart.
It's a Walmart. Yep. It's a Walmart.
Yeah, because you never have enough containers when you're at bot, so we always end up having to go someplace and get stuff.
Yeah.
When I'm making the Jake prepares the bot videos, or the team prepares the bot videos, the pail is what I'm looking for to show when the video's over. When the pail goes on the cart, we know that it's go time.
Yeah.
Yep, that is the signal.
Well, and the pail's double duty. Like it carried stuff that he needs before the fight, and then after the fight, it becomes the pail that like. This year we actually had two. One of the buckets holds the foam during the fight, and then that becomes the battery bucket after. But the pail ends up going where the drill is, like that's where the drill goes, and then the bolts come out and go into that. And he bent it so that it hooks on the cart now. We have little like bungees for the transmitter case. It's a really well-oiled machine.
And I know that wasn't our real intro because you never carry that stuff out on a real intros.
No.
That's true.
No.
Yeah.
One season I got tired of like holding all this stuff, and I was like, can I just walk it up there like before the fight? And the woman that like sends us through the tunnel was like, yeah. So between fights when they're like setting up and like sweeping the stuff out, she's like, And I run up there and I put my stuff down and then I walk back. And then it's all up there and sitting there.
What do we call her?
Flashy hands.
Flashy hands. Because this is the signal she gives you when it's time to walk.
What is her real name?
Zoe.
You sure?
I believe.
Yeah, it's
oh, wow, this would be really rude if you don't know what it is by now.
Reese, so what are you doing here? Talk us through this video.
I believe I'm talking to Pete probably about drinking some moonshine last night while we're kind of fucking with this bot a little bit.
What is this? Somebody noticed this in the background. What is that, guys?
It is.
We'll see more of it.
A little blow up dragon that we.
And I'm definitely not vaping in the pits either. That does
he would
not
never
happen.
No, what are you doing on the bot? Come on, give us some detail here.
It looks like I'm just ripping a bunch of crusty shit out of it. Getting ready for tiny hands. There I am smoking. I mean, not smoking.
God, this video is funny.
What's Pete doing? This is funny.
Oh, he's trying to.
It was a game.
Yeah, he's trying to flip a marker into the tube. And what's really funny is right after that video ended, he made it. And he was furious that I had stopped recording.
Yeah.
So what do you got there?
That looks like a horizontal gearbox. I'm just looking at it for the camera. Really looking at it doesn't do anything. You have to actually do something with it.
Well, this is the same kind of stuff you got to do for a real camera, though. A lot of times they don't catch you in real action. You working on the bot.
I might be
you're too busy working on it.
Yeah, I'm checking the one-way clutch there. Yeah.
I try to I don't know. My hope is that I'm not too much in the way when people are doing stuff.
Well, okay, you're probably getting more real world working on bots, right?
Hands.
But the real cameras, they're not.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're over there monkeying around like, hey, can you do something on your bot? And you'll just go do something that's completely useless just for camera.
Yeah.
So that gearbox checked out. So I put it back together. Here I am with a laptop. That's new.
You're a programmer.
They didn't teach me technology yet.
I think we're setting the endpoints or something, right?
He's trying to set up his OnlyFans, I think.
No.
Oh, yeah.
So there's me working on my dick pics for the OnlyFans.
Do we want to talk about this thing here?
The PV?
No, we do not. No.
Sure.
No, that's special.
Okay.
No.
Top secret.
That's the TSP.
So I'll go back and we'll get off the PP. Yeah, I'm fine with how I said that.
Here's Pete. Look at his posture. He's got great posture. That's so good.
Oh God, when I'm sitting over Fusion, it's like
that.
Hunchback from Notre Dame.
Yeah, totally. Someone said Reese looks like Quasimodo, so it's like coming full circle.
Why do you have a coat on?
Quasi hobo.
When and if we run out of content, right? So next week, probably not a great time because it's last episode and all. Probably a lot to talk about there, showing things.
I'm making a note.
But if we continue this live stream into whatever content we could possibly find, right, guys? We might keep it going for y'all. Now, what we're gonna cover? Hey, who knows, man? But right now, we're doing episodes. So
there he is, Man Bear Pig,
the elusive one. Yes.
Every time we film,
looking like a pit.
He absolutely hates the camera more than anybody else. Anybody, absolutely. And you're lucky not to get flicked off every time you have a camera on him, just so you can't use the content.
There's an incredible video of Trevor filming Luke and Pete, and Luke's not even looking, and he just goes. Just up into frame. No.
He can feel the camera on him. That's the thing.
Yeah. I gotta bring back the zoom lens next year so that I can be a little further away.
Sneaky.
It's not Baja today. I forgot my Baja.
How many
the kids
cans
got a house full of friends over tonight, so they're drinking all my Bajas on me.
It's a sleepover.
Listen, I got a tradition. We cannot. I have to have this. I showed my Charles Guan made an appearance. I need this for my edit later.
What? You need us to pull out guns?
Yeah.
Like who wasn't actually ready for this?
I was
right?
gonna
I
buy
don't know
one.
if I have any today.
I was
Oh,
gonna
right.
buy one.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Let me see.
This is my
If
this is my
Dick
absolute
would,
favorite.
If
A
Dick would
piece-
show you the video that I sent him, you'd know that I was gonna buy one because
I'm not showing that video.
A nice P226 Elite with the back dovetail. And
Is that the first
super
time you
short
brought out
trigger
your
reset.
best gun?
No, we've seen it before.
Yeah, I don't bring this one on often. I like the girly guns to show off better for camera. This one's just black. And, yeah. But that's absolutely.
I have
What is that?
35. I have 35 guns.
How many rounds does that magazine hold?
Sega 12, Kushner pup, full pup conversion.
18.
And 20 round rotary drum.
And they call that elite? I have a CZP09 that holds 21.
Yeah, but it's not like
One
a
more,
custom.
wow.
It's not a
Hey,
special
where is-
magazine.
Where is Tom?
21.
Can we get Tom back in?
No.
He's on the dance floor in Leeds.
Yeah.
Nah. What do you got there?
18.
He's headbanging,
It's
I
there.
think, actually.
It's there. But that's without
Reese,
a custom extension or anything.
Last time, remember Reese? We were confused. This is a 380,
Yeah.
so it's
Is
pretty
it?
small. Yeah, 380. It's a 380 TCP. The Taurus TCP 380. Not much to it.
Wish
No
I could
magazine.
legally hold 20 rounds in New York. Why do you need 20 rounds?
How many deer do you need to kill?
Yeah. All right.
All of them.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna attempt
Oh.
the Steven Seagal.
We
Oh,
have a request.
check.
Where is that?
It's one-handed.
Oh, nice.
Eeyore
What do you got there,
doesn't
Reese?
need a firearm to give a gun show.
This would be a Remington 1911 threaded barrel for my silencer on my assassin missions.
Yes.
Of course. It's
Of course
it's a
you
really
forgot
nice gun.
The
I got
Udder
whole
Gun.
grips on it. It's very comfortable. But I fucking hate 1911s. This is probably my
Yep.
favorite one.
I hate it. I hate them too.
They're
Absolutely.
They're too
Of the
complicated.
1911s. Yeah. Well, they're really simple, actually. I don't know. The
They've
fucking
been around a
barrel
long
mod-
time, though.
Yeah.
They've been around a long time. They're a pretty good gun.
I don't like
Paul.
that
Where's
you
the Udder
actually
Gun?
need a tool to take them apart. Well, unless you got man hands, you can push
We've-
push that down, turn it.
Yeah. We've never got a stream taken down because of guns, though. I will say that.
Yeah.
Other reasons, yes, but not guns.
Isn't there a Second Amendment
it's a
or
beautiful,
something in
it's
this
a beautiful
country?
gun.
You cannot be monetized on YouTube and show them, but we've long since not been monetized for the swearing and.
We knew this show
content.
was going to be different than everybody else's. Clean cut, professional. Hey, we're here. We're giving you
And
the raw,
if
dirty
they can't
of
respect
everything.
the realness, if you want something fake, yeah, go get your bullshit. We'll be here being real.
All right.
Yeah.
Some
Whoa.
people are that nice, though, Reese.
The
Some people
intensity.
are actually nice. Did you know that?
No.
No, they're not. No, definitely not.
Do you
They
like
just
whiskey,
bullshit long
Reese?
enough to make it look like they're nice.
Do I like whiskey? That's my normal drink. Jack
Yeah.
Daniels.
Are you drinking that
and
now?
Diet Mountain Dew. No, because I'm not supposed to be drinking so much soda.
Why? Who said?
My doctor.
The soda was the
But the
problem.
liquor's okay.
Yeah.
The liquor's okay. And the pork rinds. Liquor and pork rinds, but not the soda is the problem.
pretty much what I live on. So
20-year-old
We have a
robot
cannon.
footage. Yes.
Yeah, you should have a cannon. I'm surprised these guys don't have cannons.
So what are you doing with these kittens now?
Keeping them in a box.
for now they're in a box.
You should definitely ship them.
I got some
I mean,
buyers
2
lined
weeks
up.
from now, a month
I
from now.
hear I got to take one to Texas. I got a buddy that wants one. There's another person that wants one, or all of them. So I might
Should we
be
take
able
a
to get
buy?
rid of these ones.
Tiny hands.
You
a
want
cat?
Shadow? I'll even start calling her Shadow.
No,
if that makes
don't.
you feel
No,
better.
we can't get a
No,
replicant.
we can't have
can't
that.
get a replicant.
All right.
We can listen.
I want to say yes,
We
but
got
that's such a
space for
terrible
it.
idea.
He could bring the tray of cats out again. You could pick
Sorry,
one out.
I'm sorry, Kyle. I don't have any meat pie. It's been
Okay.
a little on
Somebody,
edge. It's been-
Andrea
it's
wanted
been
a cat. Are you
too-
being legit here? Because he would give away cats
Yeah,
at this
no,
point.
they are all
We should
first
take
come,
one.
first serve is all
Make a
I'm
reach
gonna
back.
say.
Get it vaxxed or whatever.
Also, if you come get a cat, you have to try his meat pie.
You can't leave a Wisconsin house without trying somebody's signature dish. That's a fact.
Yeah, dude. Meatloaf, it's great.
Hey, Trevor, keep
Yes.
talking like that. I'll give you some of my meat pie.
Whoa.
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Am I gonna stay in
The
that?
harassment.
Or...
I'm calling HR again.
Yeah. Who's HR? Me?
We don't
Am I the
know.
mediator?
Reese, I'd like to file a complaint against you.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let me check with the PR agent. All right, Trevor, it says here
Make it worth my while. I'll
your
be
file is non-existent, and you need to go back to being a sound man.
All right.
Ooh.
No
I
hype.
think
No
I
hype
can-
videos
I
for
think I-
Fusion anymore.
I think I can answer this from just an outside looking in. Their designs are form follows function almost exclusively. They're not looking for the style and then building the weapon into it. They're designing the weapon and then building the bot around it, or in this case, weapons.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, let's
Hydra
go to Terry. Since you're the one doing this designing, what was the
Hey.
hardest weapon to design around? Like, you knew what you wanted. What was the hardest bot to get fitted around this certain weapon?
I can't put my number out there. Dick, do you got a Gmail? Do you got a Gmail
Yeah.
number people can do this to? And by the
I'll put an
way,
email.
we're gonna
I'll
do
put
a
an email out.
hotline later on where people can call into the show, and it's gonna be fun. Do you got that set up by chance?
Well, not today. I don't know.
Oh.
Just send them all the StreamYard link and see who shows up for 5 minutes.
Yeah, you
Except
can
we're gonna
boot
get
her,
booted and
right?
have to ban it all. So.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can.
let's
boot-
get
You can boot 'em.
Hydra had the most design hours into it.
Okay. And it is probably the most complicated weapon there is too, so that explains it. Trying
It's
to fit
actually
the hydraulics.
1-800 mushroom.
Mushroom. Why is it mushroom?
Okay, come on. Let's get this serious question.
I think it's a
Or was that it? Just about the design time.
No, that well, it's not just design time, but the overall weapon. The hydraulics, you had a certain package that you had to fit, and you had to make it in a U shape around a moving flipper, and
I'm interested in taco. Yeah, a lot of times my meat pie turns into taco meat pie, and then I just put it on top of like a bowl of lettuce, and that's what I eat.
there, boom. You want that? Oh,
So no bread.
this one.
Which one did you have, Jake?
No, there's no bread or
one.
pasta. And let me tell you, I love pasta and I love bread. Oh, I love fucking burritos too. Fucking kill for a burrito.
Shouldn't
Oh,
fuck
this
burritos.
one. Dick, you want to take that one?
We are not friends because of BattleBots. We met because of BattleBots, but we are friends because we think in common. So
Chicken Doritos.
Yeah, what are the odds of meeting another like
Exactly.
battle
Yeah.
botter from
Lettuce
Wisconsin?
makes anything healthy.
That's also like not terrible.
yeah,
Well, there are.
Saying there's
couple,
terrible.
right?
Are you saying there's terrible bot builders? Trevor, are you laying some smackdown right now?
20 to 25 years ago, probably. I'm sure there was.
No. I mean, right now. You had to deal with some of these people. Would you say these are
we don't.
people that?
I could tell you.
Well,
we don't
define
like
terrible because
everybody.
I can't build a robot. Like I would consider
hold on.
myself a terrible bot builder because I don't know how to do that.
But you're saying person like that you would hang out with.
Oh, that's not what I was saying. I was saying, what are the
Oh.
odds that back in the day when they met, that there was like someone else who was from Wisconsin and also like as you said, Dick, like someone who like kind of thinks like you, like someone who kind of gets it and isn't just
Like, I'm not going to make a list, but there's some BattleBots teams and some people at BattleBots I do not like. I'm not going to
For
give you a
many.
list.
Many
Yep.
varying
Many.
reasons.
It goes both ways.
And
Yeah.
in fact, Dick's
yeah.
block list is probably longer than anybody's on Facebook.
Hey, they
But
give it
his
to me for a
blocked,
reason.
his
bridges were
blocked
meant to be burned,
list.
or they wouldn't make them out of wood, right?
There is no bridge I won't burn.
True.
Well, you've been kind of tame as far as acting as for us, right, as a team. But your own personal stuff, yeah, you'll definitely burn on everything.
Yeah. I'm not going to speak on behalf of others.
Why? Oh, why do I get booed so much? Anybody want to answer that? Tiny
It
hand.
doesn't happen
What
anymore.
do I do? I don't know.
The bike.
Oh, it
I try
absolutely
not to, but
happened.
sometimes-
The answer is still the bike rack.
Sometimes
like,
I just boo with them for fun.
Last episode, not this one, but the one before that, I got booed on the walkout.
I'll
Oh,
tell
really?
you why.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why you don't get booed anymore. Because there's somebody else to boo.
Thanks,
they
Ethan.
wouldn't know that there. People like don't
Thanks for
know
being
that
back.
at the event. That's what's so weird though. Is like
Oh, hey, we're getting a lot of actually
People
good
at the
questions
event
now,
don't
so.
need to know. It's
I do think that there's an element of like crowd mentality thing
Yeah.
that happens. Like one person boos next to you, you're like, oh, I guess this is the guy we boo.
Yeah.
I boo all the time just for fun. Like whenever Trevor comes into the building, it's like you give him a big old boo
Let's do the serious one
'Cause he-
first.
because he sucks.
Oh, go ahead. I'm
Just kidding, Trevor.
contemplating.
I love you. I
I'm
love you.
contemplating answering the nut house question.
All right,
don't-
season 3, Comedy Central.
I don't remember that fight.
That's it.
Any of the
Is there
details of
is
it.
there many fights before even prior to 3 seasons that you even remember that well? No,
Well,
Odin 2.
Of the super heavyweight fights, the only one I remember is the second tier rumble of the super heavyweights that year.
Did you lose to Odin 2?
Probably.
Because I beat them. I beat them pretty easily. It wasn't even hard. Yeah, could be. Okay, I'm just going to give you the overview. There were some people, not just teams, some people who during COVID, when it first outbroke, they wanted to postpone the
Entire event.
The entire event, and I tried to say, listen, if you postpone an event like this large an event, it's probably going to get canceled. So
Yeah.
my number one complaint about some people is I'm still holding a grudge about them lobbying for trying to get the show, in my opinion, canceled.
just because they didn't want it to happen without them.
Mhm.
Right. They weren't willing to come, and then they wanted everybody to not be able to come. And I think that choice is up to each individual. If they didn't want to come, they didn't have to come. And the show went on anyway, and it didn't get canceled. So I should probably get over it, but that's
Well, I think-
that's my number one.
I think there's just sort of a same kind of genre of team where like you can tell they're looking out for themselves and not kind of like they don't have the whole show, the whole group of teams in everybody's best interest. They're looking out for like what
Well, there's
their personal interests are. So
Well,
there's
and,
plenty of
you
teams
know,
that will get shit
I'm-
on and would
I'm
pay to
not-
go to BattleBots, and they'd still want to go to BattleBots.
yeah.
I'm not going to get into politics, but some of that also takes effect.
All right, so we're gonna go to self-writing then. Yes, we've seen Hydra self-write before. Going into the first season, though, we never did. We never knew it would actually self-write. I mean,
Well,
obviously,
you
it's a flipper.
kinda
you
knew
would
it was
think
gonna.
you think you'd would, but we never seen it. And then between first season and the second season of Hydra, we did do a test to see if it would flip over, and it did. And then the next season, I think we ended up having to use it once. I think the first time was against Whiplash. That he tipped us over, and then we had to self-write back onto his weapon. So self-writing on the weapon's not a good idea because
And it self-righted right into Glitch.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That if everybody wants to slow-mo that fight, Hydra flips itself into the air, hits onto Glitch's weapon, never hits the ground, reverses instantly, and flies up into the air. It was just absolutely amazing.
I mean, it's got such a low center of gravity. It's probably pretty hard to get Hydra up into the air like that.
Yeah.
On top of the like sort of
It's
like
it's mostly about the tip. The tip comes up about 18 inches off the ground, but because of how
Wow.
it sits, that only like the top portion of the arm actually hits the ground, so there might not have actually been enough force to.
I don't think
get it to
that
go.
glitch fight could have went any worse.
Yeah.
No, probably not. No.
But there's a lot of luck in battle bots. It's just like you prepare the best. And
So why were you driving like shit against one of the traditionally worst driving bots?
Well, because
Which
I
bot's
hit
that?
one of those little tiny holes in there, and then one side of my weak drive locked up. Mm-hmm. Yep. So then after that, I
Awfully
can't
cocky over there, Mr. Fireball.
Hey, that has nothing to do with my driving. Imagine what I do with something that didn't start on fire.
I don't know. We may never know.
Yeah, that question is right in line with the how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll Center or Tootsie Pop.
3.
The world will never know.
the cameras don't really go up past the lights because they don't want to shine the cameras into the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Jake, you want to tell a story really quick about like
we didn't
actually
okay.
Before I tell this question, I want everybody to know that I knew through rumor from other builders that Hydra hit the ceiling. Not until the show aired did I know that Hypershock hit the ceiling. That was not a thing that went through the building. Like it wasn't a big deal.
I do remember hearing it sort of loosely, but I think in the same way that we had kind of heard about Hydra, that's sort of the same way that I heard about.
Yeah.
Right.
So where did you get your confirmation?
We were going down the pit and we were walking out just next to the bot there, and then the camera guy comes up and shows us the shots of like, hey, this one hit up here, and the box safety crew said they felt it hit when it touched the box, like they're touching the box, so they apparently felt it, and then I think it was Mike, the Judge Stewart said that when he was in one of the match right there, that he had noticed that there was a dent in one of the roof brackets that wasn't there previously. So.
And they really don't until this season. They really don't like talking about anything that either hits the lights, clips the lights, breaks the lights. So I'm kind of surprised they're making a big deal out of it.
Definitely things going through the Lexan.
So as far as that height, we're thinking the trusses are 16 feet. Now, damn well the Lexan panels are 4 foot square, right? So how much gap is there between each panel on the frame?
Yeah.
Maybe a quarter inch.
No, probably a 1x1 steel too.
Steel.
I'm thinking it's 2 inches.
I think they have it gusseted on the inside, but I'm pretty sure it's like
we're
a
talking
T-bar.
inches here.
Yeah, but it adds up because there's how many gaps? It adds
just
another foot.
The staff was talking about it after the fact, not just to us, but amongst themselves. And if the battery guy was here, he could confirm that as well. So
where's that damn battery guy?
That's how we know that it touched.
Yeah,
we didn't know it at the time.
I think
and
Terry's
even if we
got
did touch it, we still wouldn't have cheered.
I think Terry's got the tip speed or G-forces or something. You had some. I know we've had some academic talks about Hydra's tip speed or G-forces. Did you have anything on that?
Well, I mean, the force at the tip is, 3,000 to 3,300 pounds as it's going up through its motion. Going a little bit faster as it goes up, so it stays in contact with the other bot. That is probably 19, 20 inches total travel at only, 3,100 average, I guess, pounds of force. So once again, it's only 4,000 foot-pounds to put a bot up 16 feet. So, and we only have about 4,500 foot-pounds of energy on a flip.
So it's got to be pretty perfect to get it up there.
Yep.
So we can talk about this height too thing, right? The Raptors are only about 16, okay? So whenever they say, oh, that flip was 20 feet or they hit him 25 feet, the announcers are lying, okay? You can't get that high in the box. The max is 16 foot-ish, okay? You can tell by the side panels. Each one of those Lexan panels is about 4 foot. So it's 4 times 4.
Plus the gap.
Okay, plus the gap, but whatever. Okay,
Which
it's
could
not
be
20
at
foot.
17 feet to the trusses. Then
Okay,
is
I
what I'm
guess it
saying.
could
I don't
possibly
think the
be
gap is
17
that
feet.
much. It's negligible.
It's maybe, okay, but it's definitely not more than that when they say, oh, that flip was 20 feet in the air. No, definitely not.
Yeah,
Especially when you're not even close to the ceiling to begin with. It's not that high.
Well, yeah, like they'll do this like hyperbole thing quite a lot. Like I remember when Hypershock hit somebody out last season outside of the like door area. The announcers were like, "Oh, from 10 feet away," and it was like that was 2.
Inches.
That was probably 2. It's just like, what are you guys seeing?
No.
This
definitely.
Apollo claim about the tons. That would seem what is Hydra's
Holy shit.
tonnage at the tip?
Well,
2 tons.
1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, an air powered bot to get 2 tons would seem highly dubious. I mean, unless they're not flipping very high.
You would need a huge cylinder. Or,
They could be at 5 tons, but that might be at the start of the travel. So if you do that and then you reduce your force as your flipper is going up, you're doing no good because you're not in contact with the other bot, so you can't put any more energy into them.
You're not putting it into them. You got to be in contact with the bot as it's going up, which means you need a flipper that's increasing its speed as it goes up. And inherently,
or a
air
vert,
bots don't do that.
Or a vert that stays in contact with somebody for a quarter of a second.
Yeah.
Weasel, Jink Check, what do you got?
Drink check. I got okay. Just put it away.
This is what I'm drinking.
What the?
It's got a crazy flavor. I did not
Hold on.
know what I was getting into.
Hold on, let me get this up.
Monkey?
I had a twisted tea last night. That was pretty
Monkey
good.
paw.
Juicy monkey pox.
Yeah, juicy monkey pox. It's 9.5%. It tastes crazy.
Crazy good or crazy bad?
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Like it starts off good, and then it's got like a weird kind of like booziness to it because it's kind of strong, and then it's got like a gross like mango-y aftertaste, like kind of farty.
That's how my chicharrones were. They're delicious for like the first 10, and then after that you're like, I'm gonna have to take a break from these
the
guys.
Victory Sour Monkey freaking rules, though. I highly recommend it.
Oh, we did a gun check, and as far as Banshee, we looked over Banshee quite a bit when Bunny was on. I don't know what episode live stream that was, but we talked about the internals and everything.
Tiny Hands, any spider problems this week?
We had a guy come look at him, and he came in and was like, "Oh no! Well, first of all, they're like on the outside of our patio. We were like, they're outside. We don't want to open the door because like we're scared they're gonna get in." And he just like opens it and goes outside and looks. And I was just like, no, like here, I'm pointing to it. And he was like, "Oh no, those are like fine. I can kill them if you want to, but those are fine."
They're good
we were like,
spiders.
"Cool."
He said.
He was like, "Those are gonna eat the other bugs." So we were like, "All right, great. It's not a black widow. That's fine."
Black widows, yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, your black widows are gonna be places that like you're not gonna be all the time. So mostly you're gonna find them like under your stove." We were like,
under the stoves, under dishwashers.
In the indoors? He was like, yeah, these are fine. We were like, great. So the inside ones that we can't see.
I mean, he said the other thing he said was like that brown recluses were really like the really bad ones. And
yeah.
So
I did like that they called for reassurance. They called the bug guy, and the bug guy said, "Oh, you don't need to worry about that. It's the brown recluses that you need to worry about."
Yeah.
It's like, thanks a lot.
All right. So where
that guy was the same guy who told us not to worry about the roaches too, which was nice.
But I also like don't know that I trust that guy because that guy was
Shout
like,
out John Paul.
That guy was like, "Oh, roaches don't really live inside." I was like, "We thought they're inside."
That's not really what he said. He said there's a couple of different kinds, and based on the description I gave him, he said those are probably just some outdoor roaches.
Where'd you find this bug guy?
What's that?
Where'd you find this bug guy?
We put in a ticket with our apartment, and the apartment people like.
They go through some company.
So, Dick, you got some insight on this, I think, this question. What do you think about it? Are drum spinners become the new meta? That I don't think so.
I don't think that. What is this? The because of the width. I don't think so because the forks go under. Like if you look at the forks that were on Riptide this time against Hypershock, if you use something like that against a wide drum, you just ride them up. So I do like I always did like a smaller drum spinning faster because it's the limit is tip speed, not RPM. Is there an RPM limit? I don't think there is.
No RPM limit.
So you need less gearing, less wind resistance to spin a small drum faster. So I think that is the advantage. You just really just let it rip.
The way to take out a drum would be how Sawblaze did to Riptide a few years ago, right?
I mean, a drum or an egg beater, they're generally wider, so you have weapon there instead of dead weight armor. So that's a help.
Definitely more active. But
the jury's still out as to what, if a small diameter going up against a large diameter, which one wins.
Yeah.
I just want a spinner. That's what I want.
I kind of think though, Terry, if you look at the geometry, if you have your big one here and your little one underneath it, aren't you already at an advantage because you're under their?
Could be.
What?
We're not sure.
All Skeeter. All academic, yeah.
Whoa, Mr. Eeyore, what are you doing there?
I got that picture emailed to us, Reese, about the Panty Fusion, so I'm gonna bring that up.
Oh, okay.
Now he perks up. Well, geez.
No, he says, "Oh, okay, all right, let me."
Let me get all dialed up here.
Are you sure you want to go live with it?
It's pretty
Or
funny.
you want to like share it?
I don't know how they did this. This is some really good work.
Funny.
This is really good work. This edit.
Oh.
Wow.
That's actually really funny.
That might be a real picture.
That is
That might be a real picture.
Yeah. That is
That's pretty amazing.
Reese is gonna have to excuse himself for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, just hold on. Who the fuck muted me?
Who did this? Nobody's
not
muted
muted.
you.
I seen right fucking there. Somebody unmute.
Well, now we're gonna mute you.
That
Chat.
is a really nice picture of Fusion.
Chat, who did this?
It was.
I only got the email address, which I can't
like,
show.
It's like robots.
Yes, claim your work because this is excellent work.
It's like robots.
Reese would say so too, but he's muted right now.
No, that was fuck.
Why are you?
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to my channel and start a live stream, so I don't get fucking muted anymore. So, adios.
No, don't leave. I'll try to add it.
Yeah, it was Jake. You're right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Are those panties flame retardant? That I don't know. I don't know, man. Might be. They're gonna need to be. That's for sure.
Is the person who sent this not in chat anymore? Because this is.
I don't know. I tagged him, but.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk about Reese's after show. All right, Reese. Talk about your after show. What are you doing there?
I was not prepared to do the after show today. I'm gonna do it next show.
Oh, next show we're actually doing an after show with Weasel.
There's a chance I'll be singing in a bikini.
Yep.
There's a chance
Cannot
a
wait
lot
to
of shit
see that.
happens.
Yep.
The true BattleBots After Dark. Yes.
Yes. What was it? Unrestricted is what I wanted to call it.
Unrestricted.
Unrestricted.
That's pretty good.
I would be curious to see just how many people show up for that.
Yeah. Hey, 90% said they would. 92% because I figured out how to do a poll.
Oh, you did a poll.
92%
Oh,
said
that's
they
what
would.
this poll is.
Hey,
For
where
109
is
votes.
where is this 8%? What are they doing here? They're
They
not
hate you.
here. They're not
They hate
here.
you.
Yes, they
That's
hate
the
us.
30
but
people
they're
that
here
left already.
to watch us, to make sure we don't say anything stupid or accusing or anything like that.
Only 9 people voted no.
Okay, now I don't even know how to get the statistics. No.
You click on it.
Well, if it was 100, if it was 100, we'll go quick math. If it was 100, then it would be 8, and you got 9 more than that, and that's close to 10. So that's
Jamo's
another
here.
1.
Oh well, he's here for the spoilers. You already missed out, man. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fallen Hero, we already did gun check. Sorry.
Starblade runs rampant through Las Vegas. Taking out
Stabs
17
multiple
civilians.
homeless peoples, mainly Reese Ewert 17 times.
Jake had to use his bare hands to take the robot down before anyone else got hurt. It was pretty embarrassing.
Since JMO's here and anybody else who's lurking in chat that we don't have a real name for, we invited Sid and then anybody else who's on next episode to come next week on the live stream for whoever's willing and talk about
You should get Reese's Crush.
anything and everything that's happening. So
California in here.
if you want in, just reach out, baby.
I don't have that many baseball gloves.
Jameson got lucky against Monsoon,
Hey,
man. That was
Logan
a
gave
tough
you
one.
more than enough money now. You can pay for a new glove to get the kid back.
I went to Walmart tonight. Do you know how much I spent on meat? Take a guess.
$56.
Take a guess.
$220.
$83.
No, $220.
You're all close. $400
What are you fucking
on meat.
I'm coming over. How much meat you got?
I got 3
We're having meat pie tonight, baby.
I can sub to see all of Reese's meat.
No.
Yeah, he's got to lay it out for me.
He's gonna lay it out in the after show.
No.
Yeah.
And
I can sub to you on Reese to whip out his meat.
No.
Chicharrones too.
So is this like a one-time use? You go there, or is this like gonna last you a month? What are we talking here?
It's good for probably 2 weeks. I go through a lot of fucking. What you gotta understand is I only eat meat. I only eat meat.
Only meat.
There's no bread. There's no filler. There's no fucking spaghetti.
So did you spend more?
I eat a half of. I've been eating meatballs. I had meatballs 4 times this week.
So do you spend more on meat or alcohol?
And I'm not complaining. I love meatballs. Why do they have fucking spaghetti in meatballs?
All the meat pie.
I will say I have just cooked up meatballs before and eaten straight meatballs. They're pretty delicious.
The frozen ones in the bag? Those are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is rude. Not that one. Damn thing moved. This one.
They're not real.
Well, as the younger brother, I got the shit kicked out of me plenty. All right. So I had one defense. Get bigger.
I think Reese's muscles are a ruse, and I think Jake is stronger.
Okay, Reese. What were you squatting back in the day? What were you machine squatting?
What do you mean? What was I squatting?
Well, remember when
In
you
high
had all that?
school?
Well, I think it was after high school or wherever, where you loaded up that one
you mean
machine.
When I was in 18 in college, and I was leg
Sure.
pressing 1,200 pounds.
12. Okay, so yeah, it was a lot. Yeah,
Well,
that's
which
why he's
muscle?
got the calves, man.
Because I think I could.
Ugh, don't bring up the
I could take
calves.
Reese in a 1v1.
Oh, I don't want to see the calves.
We're gonna pay per view this now.
Funny enough,
Don't
I think
encourage these guys.
Jake would destroy me, but I think I could take Reese.
Speedy. I am the circus in Baraboo.
And I think Terry would absolutely decimate me. I think Terry would make me no longer exist.
Annihilated.
But I do think Lisa's the strongest. She definitely
You know
has the
what?
power.
Okay, so you guys ready for this? Ready? Oh.
What pisses?
I got a fan club chilling in here watching me.
Hey, you brought my fans finally. All
I'll say hi to your BattleBots fans, guys. Who's your favorite BattleBot? At least they have the right answer, guys. At least they have the right answer.
Yeah,
Goddamn
like,
kids.
Because you just got him.
Tombstone. Yep. Sorry, guys. Tombstone. Yep.
Somebody said Tombstone?
Oh, kick him out. They're walking home, right?
I heard no fusion.
Well,
I
we'll see if
heard
they're
no
sleeping
fusion.
tonight without wet pants on.
Where's
How
my
much
nephew?
food did they eat
Where's
tonight?
my nephew? Bring his ass out here.
Hey, Griff, come here. You're supposed to come here.
Not that one.
Hey,
The one
show
I can
the
speak
picture.
to.
You don't
This is
want
the
the
best.
Show the
small,
picture
cute
of
one?
Well, I'll take
Really?
that one, but I want to talk to the other one because he can talk back.
Show Griffey's
can talk.
picture today with the grader.
Oh, see, he talks.
How many people are alive? Oh, you got $50. Hey.
Hey, Griffey.
$50 dono?
Griffey.
He
Griffey.
can't hear you. Okay, hold on.
What?
Griffey.
Okay, there you go. Can you hear him?
Can you hear
Radio
me?
check.
Talk, Reese. Talk.
Griffey, can you hear me? Yeah. Do you want some kitties?
Kitties?
You come kitties.
Oh yeah, I like kitties.
Yeah. How many kitties do you want? I got 5. I got 5 kitties.
We do it because I'm old.
He's talking gibberish.
I got puppies.
He's got puppies.
He's got puppies.
Oh,
I
okay.
can understand him.
I
He doesn't
don't
like
speak
kitties.
gibberish. I don't speak child gibberish. I'm sorry.
That's not what he's talking English. You idiot.
I see a Falcon question on there. Now, what
Griffey,
school do you guys go to?
I have Griffey. I got
Abbotsford what?
Falcons.
Abbotsford Falcons, yeah. So our home school is the Abbotsford Falcons, so which is why they have Falcon shirts on.
Okay, there he goes.
Okay, you're gonna leave? See you later.
They're not Atlanta
It's
Falcons,
like, get me out
which
of
we are
here.
not fans of. Because
All right, where's Corbin now? Get Corbin's ass in here.
They're asking
Hey,
for Corbin.
A
Bring up-
$50.
the Corbin.
Wow, this kid knows his shit.
What
Bring up
what
the
happened to your
Griffey.
camera, Jake? It's terrible.
Bring up
Yeah.
the Griffey picture from the messenger.
My camera is bad.
Get Corbin.
It's probably
Get
just not
Corbin.
the internet, right?
Reese, you're unhinged.
Probably.
Leave your nephew alone. What did he ever do to you?
Hmm?
What did he do to me? That kid bullied me. He hit me in the nuts 7 times in a row
It sounds like you deserved it.
because I begged him for 6. The 7th was for him.
We're sitting there watching a baseball game today in the stands, and Griffey's getting all these bottles of water. Bugle's laying down on the gravel in the shade, and he's like pouring like water on the gravel, and Bugle ended up sleeping in mud on the bottom
I don't have that photo. I've got Griffey with an excavator.
with a grater.
Yeah.
Just sent it a messenger.
Why is that kid wearing a Falcon jersey? Isn't
Yeah.
So at
He's
the
got his little
baseball-
excavator with the big one, right?
At the baseball diamond today, there was a cat grader there, and he just happened to have his toy
don't insult
grader along.
You're on there.
I think his a John Deere though.
So, any other questions, chat fans?
We're not done yet. It's
for me.
well, it is 10.
Getting pretty close.
It is 10.
Reese, do you have the hiccups?
I do. Not from drinking. Not from drinking. Well, it might be. I don't know. Is that a thing? Is that a thing, or is that a wives' tale?
This is in the cheese department right by the meat department in Walmart. Bugle was shopping for meat.
I took a picture of my Walmart trip. Let's get that up there.
I didn't chat.
Okay.
Okay, Weasel, what do you got? You got your kid
Tombstone
on.
pizza.
We're gonna
I forgot what I was going to say. Hey, Corbin, you want some kitties?
No.
Correct
not?
answer.
Did you get 2
They're
RBIs
really,
today?
they're really
in the
nice
last game?
kitties.
Reese, learn to take pictures with your phone. I'm getting sick of this shit.
That is with my phone.
Yeah, turn your camera like. Okay, Boomer. Can you?
Have we ever been recognized? Yes, I have. Actually, when we went to Wausau one time to the art festival on the 400 block, where Tiny Hands did a drawing there, I got recognized one time there.
You got
by a
recognized at
fam.
Rib Mountain.
And I got recognized at Rib Mountain. Yeah,
In Las Vegas.
It is happening more often now. There was one at Walmart that was. There was one guy at Walmart that kind of followed you around, right? Like awkwardly trying to think whether or not you were the guy that he's thinking that you're talking to, and then when we're about ready to go out to do the payment, and then he comes up to you and then asks, "Hey, you do that BattleBots thing?" It's like, yep, that's me. Yep, sure enough. And the most recent one was at Olive Garden. They apparently heard me talk, and then they were just like, every time they'd come serve the other tables, they'd be like looking. And the wife noticed this, like the whole time we were eating. And then at the very end, as we're walking out, she walks up then and asks if I do something. Like, I look familiar, but she doesn't know where I'm from. And then I say, yeah, I do BattleBots, and they're like, oh yeah, that explains it. So
Rachel, it was Reese in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was someone who had like been to one of the tapings.
Yeah.
Oh, when we were doing the train.
Yeah, the little elephant train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah, but that dude was like, "Hey," he had been to the show.
He was just at filming, like
right
20 minutes ago.
And that makes more sense.
Or on Fremont Street, right?
You get recognized at Fremont? Well, I never get recognized. Trevor doesn't get recognized.
I certainly never.
Which
get
is
recognized.
fine. That's
why
more than
not?
fine.
Why not?
You know what? I think we were talking about this maybe in the last stream. There are people who have asked if Rachel is Hubert's sister, but no one's ever asked if I'm someone's brother. No one.
You don't
really
look
asked.
anything like us because you
Well,
can't grow a beard.
Right? Yeah, but Rachel's.
Can you grow a mustache?
No.
No, less than I can grow a beard.
Well, I don't
No,
mean
no
I don't
one's ever
I
asked
don't
who
want
I
to
am.
like call you out. I didn't genuinely know. I mean, if you
Wow.
didn't want to say, just say yeah, but I don't do that, and then message me. Hey, I can't grow a mustache.
Well, I'm not offended. I'm not offended, Reese. It's fine. I'm not as sensitive as you.
I'm very sensitive. I'm a
Reese
wear
actually
my heart
cried
on
in
my
my
sleeve
arms
kind of guy.
during last season.
Yeah.
So
I saw that.
so no-
I took a picture of it.
Yep.
No paparazzi following you around like Meghan and Harry.
Not yet.
No.
Maybe after these live streams.
I like in one of our company newsletters which I put together, I like put that BattleBots was starting and then I was gonna be on it. And people will still be like, "You're not the one that does the BattleBots thing, right?" Like at work. I don't even get recognized by people who already know me.
She took his name
Partially.
halfway.
I hyphenated.
I was really surprised, but I was
Yeah, I
happy.
told her I
She
didn't-
she
I
has
told
a
her I
good
didn't
reason.
care.
Yeah, she has a good reason. Didn't somebody at work think that you lost once and then you were out and that was it?
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be on BattleBots," and my boss was like, "Cool, I'll watch." And then after he was like, "That seems really cool. Glad you could participate." And I was like, there's more, right? Like, there's more episodes that I'm gonna be on. And he was like, "No, I didn't know that." I was like, You thought I left work for 2 full weeks to do just that fight? You thought that's what I did? What did you think I was doing the other time? He was like, "Oh, I don't know."
Well, worse yet
Well,
is if
to
they
be
think
fair-
you go out every week to do the fights, like weekly.
To be
Like,
fair,
you go out there.
He probably thinks you're a normal person that doesn't spend 16 days straight in a warehouse.
Yeah, I'll be like, "Oh, I have to go to Vegas." People will be like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, what for?" And I was like, "Oh, no. We don't do anything. Like, we don't do anything in Vegas.
There
We
was a-
stand in a tent.
Hey, I took you out to eat once.
Yes, that
Yeah,
was
we did go to
incredible.
Wahlburgers.
We did the Strip one night. We did Fremont the other night, and that was like the Vegas things that we did. And by the Strip, I mean we walked very briskly through a couple of casinos.
Are
and we're
you
like,
kidding me?
"Hey,
We
did it."
got lost in that fucking casino for like 2 hours.
We did get lost in a casino. We could
Well,
not
that's
find a
because
way
we
out.
put you in charge. We thought you knew where you were going.
I knew where I was going. It's just that it was like a mirror maze.
I
It
knew
was
where we were
weird.
going. I was just lost.
Hey, what's Ollie doing behind you?
He's trying to get on camera as much as possible, but I keep muting him every time he talks, and he's getting very
Well, why don't-
upset with me.
Well, why don't you ask him some questions? Interview him.
Okay, chat. You have 30 seconds. Ask this kid behind me any questions, and he will.
Random
answer
kid?
them.
Hey guys.
Oh God, they disappeared.
Random kid.
Can they even hear?
No, they can't hear nothing. They can just see the chat.
Ollie, how many innings did you pitch today?
You're gonna have to ask him, Jake.
One.
since you can't hear.
One pit, 1 inning, huh? And
Yeah.
how'd you do?
I did. You did not do that. I didn't.
You,
Hey, at least
you
I didn't
threw the
walk
ball
anyone.
about 20 feet in the air one time?
No, that's
and lobbed it
so
in?
short.
Did you give
Mhm.
110%?
Nope.
Did you give 110%?
Yeah. Pizza and chicken strips. Fried chicken.
Someone wants to know.
Favorite Fortnite dance?
All right.
Teach me how to dance. Teach me how to dance. Okay.
Okay,
you
Fortnite
guys-
dance. Let's see it right here. Right there. Go.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Leo.
Who are these kids? There's
Yeah,
the
who are these
question.
kids? Exactly. These are the kids I got to deal with, right? These are all Corbin's friends. And apparently they're BattleBots fans too.
You gotta
or
deal
they
with.
just
You've been on here
want to
for
get on
3.5
with you.
hours.
Amazing 100 fans right now that are
I-
still sticking with us through
I
this
love when I
craziness.
always
So
get that
yeah.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Still,
Like,
those 90
Jake-
people better
Jake's-
show up for
how
the
often
after show.
guys he heard
Oh, we still didn't go through the after show thing, did we? Yeah,
after
that's
show?
fine.
favorite YouTuber?
What's the after shoe? After
Yourself.
shoe?
Yeah.
Yourself
go.
now, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
We did the after show.
Mr. Eeyore as well. Don't forget
These
about
are
that.
going to be lifting the bot in 10 years.
Yes. We have been invaded. Absolutely. We put a tent up outside, so hopefully they'd stay out of here while I was doing this. They did not get the memo. They came in for donies.
They're sleeping outside tonight?
Ireland? Let's go do Scotty, mate.
Mhm.
Oh, I
Yeah.
saw an.
Well, that is 3 hours.
I'm gonna wake them up with the cold hose in the morning. That's what I'm gonna do. Yes.
I'm
Let's
gonna
finish this
wake
the
'em up
right
with
way.
some-
Okay.
Hello, guys.
So we want to thank all you
Wait,
guys.
are we done?
And
We're
yes.
we're done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't you
No,
want to
you're
go
muted.
after show?
No,
Let's
you're muted now.
Go some
Quiet.
more.
We can't do
It's
the
called the
after show
after
because
show.
no, we can't do the after show because he got back to me so late I couldn't prepare it.
That's fine, Dick. Unprepared, unrestricted.
Uncut.
So yeah, we'll be doing this at least one more week, okay? So stick with us next week, and maybe there will be some really good things to talk about next week. Probably, right? Probably. And of course, we want to thank Eeyore, Tiny, and Regular because he can't get diet. Dick for putting all this stuff on, and of course Terry because he puts up with us. So we want to thank all you fans for sticking around and doing this thing, and thank you to these
Thank you to all
kids
the
and my
fans.
wife for continuing to put up with us.
Having babies.
All right,
That's
this
that
is,
too,
This is
yeah.
1 minute. This is a 1 minute.
Let's get to the uncut
show.
Reese.
This-
Come on.
This is
Get
a 1 minute
outta here.
stinger. Everybody, hang on. Don't leave.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.
Do you even know what you just said? Oh, great Odin's Raven.
What you doing in our pit? Get out of here.